Okay, guys, let's go. Let's kick it off. Welcome to our very first laptop lifestyle event. First question I've got for you guys is, what does a laptop lifestyle mean to you? Where are you right now in the world? What does having a laptop lifestyle business mean? And what is it that you're looking to create in terms of freedom, fun, friendships around the world? For me, it was always a dream when I got started with this company. I went to some events and I heard Alex speak for the first time, and he told me about going out living in Ibiza, thanks to being part of this opportunity, living in Amsterdam for a while. And I was like, wow, this is amazing how you can do that, how you can travel and take the business with you. So I'd love to know in the chat, and you guys can film the chat as well. You can use these as recruitment posts, recruitment tools. All this is really, really good content for you. So I'm going to be asking a few questions throughout the morning and the afternoon. Just share the stuff outright. Everybody's saying, like, can we put this online? Can we not? Honestly, guys, just share it everywhere. Like, it's all good vibes. It's only going to inspire. It's only going to be positive for somebody. So let's kick it off. I met Ernesto, wow, over 10 years ago now at an event. Mr. Energy, Mr. Uplift, that is the nickname that I gave him. He spoke at our event in Bolton a few months ago, and he blew me away, honestly, with his passion, with his enthusiasm, with his excitement, his charisma. And not only that, not only is he an amazing speaker and, you know, he just lights up the room, but he's got a heart of gold as well. He's always got our back. He's worked with the company for many, many years. I'm not going to steal his story. So I'm going to hand over to you, Ernesto. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you're dashing off to do some more meetings today. It's literally, we're always working. It's 24/7, right? So welcome to the call, mate. Take it away.
Yeah, thank you very much, John. It's always a pleasure working on a Saturday. It's not working, actually. It's do what you love, and when you do what you love, you will never work again. It's beautiful being here with these wonderful people, taking this opportunity in their own hands and say, you know what, everybody else is doing things, but I'm working on myself. I want to create this better life. I want to help other people create a better life. That's why I'm here on this Saturday. So a big heart out to everybody that is joining the call. I don't take too much of your time, but John asked me to start off with something that is very close to my heart, and that is actually welcoming everybody to the house of Juice Plus, right? The home of Juice Plus. It's here in my background. Juice Plus, welcome home. I want you to feel like you're home with Juice Plus. Please, if you just started, if you maybe been with the company for a few years or a few months and you think like, oh, this is a business and I need to sell a product. No, this is a home. And you are sharing a mission of inspiring healthy living around the world, and you are sharing it with the vision of helping other people realizing their dreams. That's it. So don't go out there and think that this is a product and then an opportunity and you want this and you want that. No, you are sharing it. You're on a mission. This is beautiful. We are changing the world with Juice Plus, and I'm a big fan of that. So let me know, yes, if I am the only one that thinks that we are changing the world with Juice Plus. Are you a person like me that is like, you know what? We are doing good to this world. We are doing good to other people. And with each partner, with each customer that joins us, we are actually making this world a better place. Let me know in the chat if I'm the only one thinking like that. Maybe is there other people here? It's like, you know what? I'm doing good. I'm not selling a product. I'm doing good to this world. And that's why I will never stop sharing this mission. That's why I never stop sharing the vision of helping other people realizing their dreams. Yes, of course, I have beautiful people here in this chat that are with me here. So that's good. So I wanted to share a little bit of why I think Juice Plus is a home. And it's not a house. because it needs more than it needs more to get a house into a home, right? A home is a feeling. It's where you can be you. A home is where you can become the better version of you. A home is where everybody accepts you the way you are, where there is life, there is support, there is love, all of that, right? So I made this little background here, and I think Juice Plus is a home, and I tell you why. Juice Plus is a home because this home is built up on the foundation of 50 years, 53 years of history, of experience. 53 years, if you don't know me, I mean, 1970, Jay Martin, the owner of the founder of the company, he founded this company in 1970. My parents had also a vision. They founded me in 1970. Yeah. So the company and me, we are both 53 years old. That's why I'm so connected with this company as well. So 53 years of experience, 53 years of experience of doing the things that need to be done, the ups and the downs, the things that work, the things that don't work. Just think about the experience that you are coming into this house with Juice Plus, and you have this 53 years of experience that gives you a good feeling. It's like, I always ask the question, would you rather get into a car with somebody that has his driver's license for 6 days or somebody who has his driver's license for 6 years? I would get into the car with somebody that's 6 years, because this person knows how to drive the car, has seen different situations, have seen difficult situations, have reacted in a way, knows how to go into a difficult situation and get out of a difficult situation. So experience here is very important, and experience cannot be bought. It cannot be bought. So that's why this business and this opportunity and this mission and this vision is built up on the history. That's the foundation of everything. 53 years of experience is not something you can buy. And I think there's just a few companies in the world that can say that in direct sales network marketing, they've been here longer than 50 years. And we are one of them. So that's already a tick for you. It's like, wow, okay, great. History. That's, of course, the foundation. Then let's look at this, the science. One of the walls of your house, of your Juice Plus home, is the science of Juice Plus. It's like more than 25 years we've been doing clinical research with our capsules, and what nobody told us to do this. There is no obligation for us to do this. We want to do this because we want to find out more. 47 clinical studies later, we know that we got the best of the best of the best. This is like, I always ask people if they're like, I'm wondering, maybe there's another company out there that has better products, and maybe there's a company that has better this or that. Ask those people, do they have clinical research? Ask those people that ask you to join them because the grass is greener, if they have clinical research. You ask them and say, well, maybe we are working on one. We've got 47 clinical research done. So what are we talking about? Why are you even talking to these people? And then, the product, we are celebrating 30 years of Juice Plus fruits and vegetables. 30 years ago, when I started 30 years ago, we were just transforming from the water and air filters into Juice Plus. People were telling us, nobody will buy this. Fruits and vegetables in a capsule? Are you guys insane? This is not possible. Yes, food supplements, they buy them in the US, but not in Europe. Yes, the astronauts take these kind of supplements. Well, millions of customers later, we know that we were on the right track, and we are on the right track, and we continue to improve our products, to make our products better, because we want to serve you. We want you to serve those customers out there. We want you to serve the mission of inspiring healthy living around the world. So that's all right. That's already the next wall. And that's, of course, the products. We have all these products, fruits and vegetables, berries. We got omegas. We got the shakes, vanilla and chocolate. We got all Mr. Uplift. We got Uplift. I just had 2 uplifts this morning. Sorry, John, I could not do it without it, right? So all these wonderful products are there for you. And this is one of the walls that supports the house and the home of Juice Plus. And it all tops off with the compensation plan, the bulletproof, the waterproof compensation plan that's been there for ages. Maybe it's not the fastest, maybe it's not the flashiest, but it's the one that always served us. And it's the one that it's always been there for you to get your money latest on the 10. And we've been even paying out earlier in the past few months. And that is the beautiful thing, that you are having this home where you can become the better version of you, where there is support, where there is love, because in there, there we got the heart, because the heart makes this house a home. That is you, that is me, that is John, that is the people that work for the company, that is the people that work in the company, that is the partners, the leaders out there. They make this company so special. You know, there was a phrase, and I grew up with the Juice Plus. It's the NSA, the company with the heart. Juice Plus, the company with the heart. Well, guess what? What makes this company that get a heart? It's the people. And that's why I have it here in the middle of the house, in the middle of the home, the people, where we support each other. There are no elbows left and right. We all want you to become the better version. We want you to become successful. It's all built up on the beautiful thing of helping, supporting each other, loving each other, connecting with each other. You know, support is everything that we do. And I think that is so support. And that's why I love the analogy of Juice Plus, the Juice Plus company, welcome home. I want you to feel at home. Let me know in the chat with giving me a heart if you feel at home here in the Juice Plus company. Let me know in the heart how much you feel at home with the Juice Plus company, that you feel that this is a lot more than just a product, a lot more than just an opportunity, a lot more just selling some products. Yes, of course, it should be like that. It should be special. And you need to go out there every single day on fire, talking about this. Why? Because you cannot ignite other people with a wet underpants. Yeah, you need to be on fire yourself. You need to be on fire yourself and be that light where other people can exactly ignite themselves. So go out there and share the mission, share the vision. Invite people to your home, invite people to the home of Juice Plus. And show them that there is a different world, that there is a different community. There is people that support and love each other, and share the love with other people, and be on fire. Have that fire in you, in your belly every morning when you get up. I say, cannot wait to talk to more people about our mission. I cannot wait to talk to more people about our vision, and creating this wonderful world where people are making decisions, healthy decisions for their physical life and their financial life, right? Because inspiring healthy living is financially and physically. And that is the beauty. And that is what I want you to do. And last but not least, I want you to, leave you why Juice Plus. If you look at the logo Juice Plus, it actually says Juice Plus Plus, because it says Juice Plus and there is a plus sign at the end. Now, why did we do that? We did it because the plus stands for plus your health, plus your wealth, plus your development, right? Juice Plus, for the people that know been here a while, this is all just a disguise of personal development. I've seen people develop from Partner Plus to PMD Plus, and I'm like, wow, amazing. That's why I'm here for 30 years, seeing those people creating a better life, but also becoming a better person, a different person, a person that has a Partner Plus and a senior partner. So maybe you are here and write this call, you're not able to speak in front of 2 people, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 years later, I see them on stage making a speech, and I'm like, what happened? Amazing how these people develop. So that's the plus in the Juice Plus Plus, which is your personal development. Then the plus is the fun. I mean, when John is around, there is always fun. There is always fun. He understands that the fun is what glues everything together. The fun is what glues everything together. If I would ask 1,000 people in the Juice Plus company one thing that they never forgot and why they're still here, I would tell you from the 1,000 people, 999 will tell me a fun moment that they had at a convention, a fun moment that they had with their team meeting, a fun moment which was just so empowering that they are here still with the Juice Plus company, right? So that's the plus and the fun. You're plus in friendships, right? Because this is a people's business. Everybody creates relationships, and this is the key to building a big business, but also a sustainable business, is to really build friendships and build upon friendships. So that's the plus. And then, of course, the plus is your impact in other people's lives, your impact in other people's lives. How beautiful is that? That people will come to you and say, because of you and because of Juice Plus, something changed in my life. I call them the Juice Plus changed my life stories. Let me know in the chat as well. Did you have anybody told you, or do you have a Juice Plus changed my life story? Yes, put it in the chat. Yes. Because those are so powerful. Those are actually what I find like, wow, this is so special. This is so amazing. The Juice Plus changed my life. Ernesto, I just heard this story from a lady that is earning £1 or 100 pounds extra. This changed her life because now she can do this and this for the children. I had just a story from somebody that Juice Plus changed their life because of the benefits that Juice Plus gives. It's something so beautiful, and it should be above everything else. You are doing good to this world. You're doing good to other people. You're doing good to yourself. This is the perfect setup for you. It's scalable. It's doable. It's a product. It's an opportunity. It's all is there. The only thing that needs to be done after a call like this, you know, sitting together and getting inspired, is you need to get off your and go out there and do something with it, because it won't come to you. You need to get out there and grab it. You need to get out there and share it. You need to get out there and shout it. Don't sit on it, run with it. This is yours to become very successful, but successful, knock on your door. Knock. Hey, can I come in? This is success. No, you need to go out there and grab it, and you are unstoppable. You can do this. I've seen people become successful 1,000,000 times. Normal people become extraordinary people. Now it's your time. Have a wonderful Saturday, and I hope you have a sleepless night. Sleepless nights. Thank you.
Amazing, mate. Thank you so much, guys. Give it up for Mr. Uplift. Who wants to go and have an uplift right now after getting that energy? I mean, it's very, very difficult to transpire so much energy on a Zoom call, but Ernesto has got it down to a T. I felt like he was sat in the apartment with me right here, right now. So thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it. Yes, we've got the vision for 2025. I mean, imagine being in Rio with Ernesto. That is a vision for me now. And we're going to be partying like rock stars over there, guys. So give Ernesto some love in the chat. Massive heart, mate. Thank you so much for sharing this, and thanks for being on this call today. It's been incredible, and what a way to kick it off. And my takeaway, guys, is this: you know, Juice Plus is your home. Make yourself at home. How many times have you been to somebody's house and they've said, "Hey, make yourself at home," and you're like, "Okay, what do you really mean?" Well, what it means is, go in the fridge and get a beer if you want. Make yourself at home. Go to the biscuit cupboard and get a biscuit out of there. Make yourself at home. With this, make yourself at home. Be cheeky. Speak to your people out there that inspire you. Drop them a message. Hey, can you get on a call for me? Can I come to your event, right? Ask for support. Ask for help. I guarantee you will get it in abundance. So make yourself at home, guys. Honestly, it was a real key point, because a lot of people join this opportunity and they don't make themselves at home. They don't do anything with it. So as Ernesto said, take advantage of this opportunity. It is mind-blowing. And then another thing that I want to share with you is this, and Ernesto touched on it there. The capsules, guys, it is, I mean, get a picture of this slide right now. It is incredible. These are the facts, not anecdotal. These are the scientific facts about our capsules. Who's taken their capsules today? Give me a little high five in the chat or a little fire emoji if you've taken your capsules today. Contributes to cardiovascular wellness, supports your immune system, reduces the severity of cold symptoms. How many people do you know that have had a summer cold, right? I've been bumping into people even in Tenerife. They're like, oh, I've got this summer flu. I'm like, I've not. Do you know why? Because I've been taking Juice Plus for 14 years in September, right? My body is flooded with antioxidants, flooded every single day. I don't take 2 of each a day. I take 4 of each a day. Helps protect DNA, increases levels of key antioxidants in the bloodstream, reduces oxidative stress after exercise, and improves blood flow to the skin. I can't remember who it was on a call. I think it was John Blair. He said this the other day on a big NMD call that we did. We don't have any competition. We don't have any competition. The only competition is you. Are you going to go out there and share the products? Are you going to go out there and share the opportunity? I bought this cream yesterday from the little supermarket down the road from me. It cost me €1.50. This is a face cream. You put it on, it goes in a little bit, then it washes off. It does not compare in the slightest, not even 1% to what we have. A product that goes into the body. Your skin structure is your biggest cellular organ across the whole of your body. And it's all well and good putting lotions and potions on there, but what are you actually doing internally? So it was absolutely mind-blowing. We have got the best products in the world, guys. And if you're not on the capsules, get on them. If it means starting on the berries, then so be it. I started on the fruit and veg, and then I moved on to the berries. And I guarantee this, if you do that, you will then get more capsule customers. It is as simple as that. So moving on perfectly to our next speaker, we have got our very own Riri. So she's going to talk to you about building a solid customer base. Okay, so I'm going to bring Rhiannon on now. Rhiannon, thank you so much for getting on the call. I know you might want to screen share. I see you've got your flip chart there as well. So guys, give it up for Rhiannon. Absolutely amazing. Last time I saw you speak, it blew me away. So we know to make money in this business, we need to inspire healthy living. You've been on an incredible health journey and you're getting some outstanding results, not just from using the product, but from using the products and documenting it. So can you tell us a little bit about how you're doing it and why you're such a customer queen?
Yeah, I think, I've been 9 years in the business. Like in March, it's going to be a decade. I couldn't stick a job for 9 months, let alone be in the business nearly a decade, and for that, for me, is everything. And we all know that it always starts with our product journey, right? And it is the honest truth, and I can say it from experience because I came in, smashed my product journey, absolutely felt amazing. Hit a really tough time in my personal life, put on weight, wasn't looking after myself, so everything went downhill then. And then I took some refocus and back to where I am. So I can talk from experience through my journey through the years, and I can now say, how obviously important our product journey is for living the mission with life with balance. Of course, we like to have fun, but obviously it is a really core fundamental, because at the end of the day, that is what feeds our energy, right? And at the end of the day, when we feel good in ourselves, we project energy that attracts people to us in terms of customers. So my personal mission, to give you guys a bit of an idea, is to hit SP every single month on 2,500 volume, just from my own personal sales. So that is something I work towards every single month. I have a customer book. I write at the top of it 2,500 points, and I count them down with every order I get. I have a customer book where I track them through. I'm counting my points down throughout the month. And it's really important to me because I don't want to be saying to my guys as well, okay, you can definitely smash 825, or you can definitely smash senior partner, whether it's with a team or by yourself, etc. But for me, leading from the front and leading the team, that is a personal goal. It doesn't matter to me what month of the year it is the same that stands, and I've achieved that every single month this year so far. So that's super important for me. Now, we're in the business of helping people. Like, I find this mind-blowing, right? Like, we get paid to help people feel good. Like, people are messaging us saying, Thank you so much. I've got more energy to play with my kids today. Thank you so much. I've been clothes shopping and clothes actually fit me and I feel insane. Thank you so much. My skin has cleared up and I don't have to wear as much foundation anymore. You know, we get paid for that. Like, I would typically recommend this product to anybody, don't tell a company, for free. Yeah. Because you recommend something like we've seen over and over again. You know, you go to a cinema, you watch a great movie, you tell someone about it. You go to a restaurant, have a great meal, you tell someone about it. And it's just like that with taking our products. And it actually blows my mind sometimes that we actually get paid to help people feel good. So that's really at the core of it. And obviously that is helping our customers. So also, guys, we get paid to look after ourselves. Like, we get paid to improve our own health and lifestyle journey. We get paid to live the mission and inspire others. And it really is a true reflection. And we need to be constantly looking at our own journey and thinking, if you looked at your profile now on your socials, etc., are you coming across a good energy? Are you showing what journey you're on? And it doesn't have to be, you know, the weight management side of things. It can be absolutely anything that's right for you. But whatever it is, make sure you're passionate about it and make sure you're taking people on a journey with you. So I'm going to cover 4 categories today, so 4 different sections. So first one is going to be a getting customers DMO. I'm just going to give you a really simple idea of things that I love to do for DMO. Lots of you probably already know it and have already heard it loads of times before, but it's really important that we do remember sometimes that it is that simple, and it is not about recreating the wheel. It's about just doing the simple things over and over again. The next category I'm going to talk about is inquiry handling. I'm just going to give you some tips on that, or what I find that works for me. The customer care side of things, and then a strategy that we use in our team that's working really well for us at the moment. To obviously share with you guys, and you know, I'm very aware that you might already have things in place with your teams and everything that work well for you, and that's absolutely fine. But I'm here just to share maybe some things that you might pick up on. Okay, so getting customers in terms of DMO. So something I love to do, if you've been in the business more than a year, so you've been posting on your social media about your business and about the products, obviously more than a year, you can go and check your memories on your Facebook, and you'll probably have posts there sharing someone's results, sharing something about yourself, and you can literally like it, love it, go into the comment section, edit, take out an emoji, and it'll obviously resurface that on your newsfeed. Okay, so that's something that works really well. And also, if you haven't been in the business a year, or even if you have, this works for both, you can type in on your search bar shakes, for example, or 2 stone, or acne, or anything that you think that you want your audience to see. And then you can filter it on the right hand side, and you can say posts by from you, and then it'll pull up all your posts with the keywords in that you typed in the search bar. So it could be energy, it could be tired mums, it could be anything, body confidence, etc. Okay, and then it's going to pull up all those posts, and you can think about, what am I working on today? So we've obviously got an offer on at the moment, incredible offer though, can we say? And we we have lost my train of thought now. Yeah, we can obviously bump those posts down as well. Okay, so really think about, so obviously at the moment we've got the capsules and the perform offer ending very soon. We need to be making the most of that every single day. So we need to type in something to do with the capsules, bump that, and you can comment on it. 78, I've seen Jane doing this actually, £78 with the free perform, ending soon, etc. And you can copy and paste, and you can pop that on some of your things. All right, so it's just resurfacing. So we don't always need to be thinking about the new content. We can be maximizing the use of the old as well. So I love that. I love that task, and I feel like it's really good income producing task. Sharing testimonials. So I personally absolutely love to go out of my way and make sure I'm getting my own customers' results that I can share. So really important that if you can, if you're new in the business and you need to obviously use other people, it's absolutely fine. There's obviously tons around because we're all sharing, etc., and that's fine. But when you can, try and get your own customer testimonials to share, because the impact it has when you tag your own customer and they comment and say, thank you so much for your support. And you can write about how skeptical they were before starting, how much they didn't think they were going to like the shakes, how much they thought they were just going to be wasting their money, etc. And it's really, really emphasizing the social proof side of things. So really go in on the testimonials you're sharing and think, where can I get this from that has so much more impact than just sharing it from someone maybe that you don't know? Posting, so if you have a potential customers group, so I know lots of you have these, obviously, where you can add potential customers in and they can obviously see testimonials that are suiting them. Make sure you're posting in there daily. Now, it's because all your potentials that are in that group are going to get a notification to say you post in the group, then they're going to go and look, etc. And I really find that this has a massive impact on my customer sales every single month. And it shows them you're on it. You're like, right, who can I help today? And when you're waking up, you're like, right, who am I going to help today? What's my focus? Who do I need to follow up with, etc. And it's a really good way to follow up just by posting that group, because they're not only, it's not like you have to post in your profile every 5 minutes for new testimonials, but you can flood your group with how much you want. And some of you might be able to schedule in your groups, etc. I'm not too sure on that, but yeah, it's a really good strategy to do that too. Chasing likes has got to be the best income producing activity, right? And I would say to you guys, if you are in a position where you're thinking, I've got no new likes to chase, like you are either not making enough new connections, or you are not engaging enough on your profile, or you're potentially being, and I know it's because we love it and we want to share it with the world all the time, but we're being a bit of a Juice Plus robot, okay? So we're not attracting people to our socials by showing who we are. All right, so it's really important then that you're obviously seeing who's liking your post, popping them a message saying, hey, I seen you liked my post about Gemma. I'm absolutely blown away by her story. Is there anything about her story that you related to that you'd like to improve? Or maybe you know someone else that is. Okay, now, if you're not in the, maybe if you don't have you're struggling with the confidence side of messaging. I know this happens to some people. It does to me sometimes too. So sometimes if you feel like your confidence is slipping, you're like, oh, I don't want to ask them. Or maybe you've got some sort of relationship with them, or you're a little bit out your comfort zone to message them. What you can say is still obviously send a message, but you can say, do you know anybody? Okay, instead of you asking them outright, you can just say, do you know anybody? And chances are, obviously, if it's for them, they'll be like, yeah, me, why are you taking it away from me? Why are you not asking me? So it's a really good way to get your confidence up and make you realize like, oh God, it was for her, you know, and it'll help you build there too. So I call that deflection. Is you're sort of taking it away from somebody and not asking them directly. So, but it's a really good way to get your messages out there anyway, while you're building your confidence. So what have I got next? So we know reels, we know lives, absolutely amazing. And the reels can be so simple. Like I'm definitely no real like queen or confident with it. It's something that's still even now so new for me, and I'm building confidence all the time with it. But you can literally do so many simple things, just taking your product and you know, you can add photos, show your own testimonial on there, loads of different things, and just put music on. You don't even have to speak, like it is easy. So it is really important you exercise that muscle. And just because it's out your comfort zone or something you don't know how to do, like you can go onto YouTube and find out everything you need to know these days, right? So it's not for just wait for your upline to do a training on it, or wait to jump on here and hopefully someone's going to tell you how to do it. Like you need the mindset of going to get self-help on how you're going to teach yourself how to do these things. Stories are absolutely amazing. Who loves stories? Now, stories are, you know, powerful stories are speaking into your stories in like a video format. And when you're exercising, I would definitely recommend it after that, because that's when your energy is at the highest, right? So something to be mindful of, guys, as well, is thinking about your own energy. And when is your energy at its peak throughout the day? Okay, some of you might be lucky enough to be absolutely buzzing all day, every day, wake up, go to bed like that. I know for me, my energy is absolutely at its peak in the morning. I'm a morning person. I'm a very busy mum of twins. It's school holidays. I don't even know where they are right now. No, I'm joking, they are here somewhere. Mummy's working, you know, but I know that my energy dips throughout the day. So I've got to maximize my productivity in the morning. So if I'm going to be doing a reel, I need to record it, even if I don't want to post it then and post it, I can save it for later. The messages need to go out, the videos need to go on stories. So I know that I need to do my high income producing task earlier on the day. And then when my energy drops, obviously we've got some great products to help with that, but I've already done my income producing activities. So then it's just replying to inboxes and things like that. You know, you've done your content where you needed your energy. earlier on in the day. So, and some people are the opposite. In mornings, they're like, oh my God, it takes me like till lunchtime to wake up properly, and they're better off in the evening. Like, you find what works for you is super important, and that's when you obviously need to go and get your stories done. So really good income producing activity, guys, is finding new connections. Now, we always need to be building our network, okay? So the best way I think about it, I love using Facebook groups to make new friends. So I think it's almost thinking about your avatar, who you typically like, and where are you going to find people like you. So I will go into Disney groups, family holidays with kids groups. I'm obsessed with sunshine. I don't know why I live in Wales. And I will go into Disney groups, yeah, all of them groups, and I will find typically people like me, okay? And that's obviously when you can message them, talk about something you've seen in the group, build a friendship, add them, job done, okay? Obviously, there is a place for just adding kind of friends and stuff as well, but make sure you're making those new connections every single day, even if you literally do one a day. And people say to me, oh, you know what, I had a conversation with someone today and I didn't get an order from it. Like, the way I think about new connections is you're future proofing your business, okay? Because the ones who are ordering from you now are probably the ones you added maybe last week, made a new connection with a week before, a month before, a year before. It could be any bloody years. You know what some people are like. But it's really important to always be putting new people into your wheel, in your funnel, because otherwise, like, some people say, oh, I haven't got anyone to talk to. I'm like, how many Facebook friends have you got? Come on, we haven't spoken to all of them. And how many new connections you putting in your wheel every day? So that's really, really important. And then obviously, guys, the messenger is the absolute magic. Please do not rely on posting and praying, but putting up a post, hoping someone sees it. You know that Facebook can be a bit of an arse sometimes and doesn't show your posts to many people, etc. So we need to be out there in the messenger. So I will go onto Messenger and I will have a look who's active now, and I'll just bang out a load of messages. But they can just be relationship building. They don't always need to be about the product and business. You can see how many people are on holiday at the moment. Oh my God, seeing them on holiday, when they come back, how was it? Where did you go? Would you recommend? You know, there is always ways we can build relationships. So the magic is in the messenger. Make sure you're using it. And obviously, never, ever, ever give up on the follow-up is a really good income producing activity, because you just never know when the time is right for someone. You know, obviously being in the business so long, and I see some people ordering now and they inquired with me like 7, 8 years ago. And I'm like, what have you been doing all these years? But we're here now. It's good. Let's go. So yeah, really important on the follow-up, and it's never, never, never too late for that. Okay, so customer care, obviously retention is really important. So that means keeping our customers, and that's perfect with our business. We don't always have to go out selling new all the time. Like, you know, John was mentioned about our capsules. Like, our capsules have such retention in it, and I do with the shakes and things as well. So retention is obviously, when you look after your customers properly, that's something you're going to get, because you're going to look after them properly. They're going to know how to use the product properly. Customer care also leads to referral. So a happy customer, what are they going to do? They're going to go and tell someone about it. Really important. And obviously, if you give good customer care as well, the package that they're on, they're probably going to want more product. Okay, and they're going to become lifelong customers as well. So the customer care is really important. So ask them things like, how often do they want contact? I think it's important, because we don't know, like, do they need more support? Some people need less support. Some people just take the capsules and they're like, don't worry me, I'll speak to you like in 4 months. Like, just let the reorder keep going. I know where you are. And that's fine too. And then other people, like, I really need a bit of support. Can you message me on a Saturday morning to make sure I've got my shit together for the day? And I don't go mad over the weekend, and we have a plan. Do you know what I mean? So there's lots of different ways. Also ask how they want to be contacted. Sometimes you can give them a ring, WhatsApp. I always try and take everyone over to WhatsApp, because Messenger just gets busy, obviously, when you're on the hustle. And also let them know how they can best reach you. So if you're working full time, you might want to say, if you message me in the day 9 to 5, I'm not ignoring you. I'll be back on my phone at 8 o'clock at night once the kids are in bed. Just letting them know how they can reach you as well. Make them your friends. Relationships and community is absolutely everything. Show up in your customer group is really, really important, because when you're dropping in that you're using your product, you've got more energy today, you're feeling better, you didn't skip breakfast, you're constantly reminding them to take their product. So it's really important to be active in your customer group. Be real and vulnerable with a positive spin when you're talking to them as well. Like, I'm really open and honest with my customers, and I'd be like, oh, how was your weekend? They were like, oh God, And if I've been away or something a bit off the rank, like I tell them. Or if I've had personal struggles, if I couldn't be bothered to go to the gym, like I will always tell them, because I find that it lets them be more open with me. It's giving them space to breathe and be authentic and be themselves, which is obviously going to help them get better results, because they feel like, you know, they have to ignore me if they've been off the wagon for the weekend. We all know that that goes. We do still get them, of course, but the better you build your relationships and the more you can be honest with them about your personal journey, the better it's going to be. Also, if we have any offers on, instead of me going straight to my socials, and again, this is like to however it suits anybody, I will always go to my inbox first, and I will always message my customers first and give them first notice about an offer that's coming through. So I will say, just a heads up, because you're a valued customer, etc., I just want you to get first dibs on this offer that we've got coming through, blah blah blah. And I always make sure that they get that exclusive feel when an offer lands, and they get the first opt-in to obviously get the offer. A mindset routine as well. So I'm very aware that and I know because of how it's impacted me, like working on my own mindset has had a massive impact on my discipline and my health and lifestyle journey. And it can be some really simple tasks, but you can sometimes flag when a customer is really needing a bit more kind of support in that area. And then I will just recommend listening to a morning motivation YouTube, and I will send them the one I listen to in the morning and challenge them to listen to that 7 days a week. And it's just things like that where you're going a bit above and beyond. Maybe you'd roll that out on a WhatsApp or whatever, but some customers, for me, like I don't feel that they could go and do their own thing. And then I've got a couple who are like really struggling mindset wise at the moment, and I just do a little bit more to help them. It doesn't take me long to copy and paste a link to them daily, you know. And then obviously you can do little thank you cards or little samples in the post. Obviously, if they're recommending a friend or whatever it is, if you think that they need to try this tropical shake, like a sachet of this is going to get them to order it. Absolutely. So that's good. And then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about inquiry handling. So we'll go through this pretty quickly. So really important to take your time and listen to people. Like, because we're in the business and we absolutely love it, and we're like, oh my God, I want them to order. Like, it's so exciting getting an order. You know, sometimes I feel like someone can message and be like, what's the price of this package? And I always try and strip it back. And I'm like, oh, before I give you the prices, is it okay if I ask you a couple of questions? So I want to make sure that I'm recommending the best package that's suitable for you. And they're like, oh, okay. Because I personally find that if I just went, here's the price, they're like, okay, bye. They don't know about all the free added value. They don't know that it's a package that's really specific for them. We haven't obviously tailored it to their budget, etc. So I always feel there's a lot we can do behind the scenes to really support getting that order closed in the bag. So yeah, listen and ask questions, and then you can obviously find a solution. So I just typically ask, a couple of questions about if they've got any health problems, how's their energy, do they get more fruit and veg in their diet, have they got any children? So sort of mapping out what products obviously they need, and then obviously asking the budget question that I heard Emma Snad say years ago on a call about obviously breaking it down, and that does work really well. Just asking them how much budget, you can say a day, a week, a month, whatever it is that works for you guys. What will suit them? What would they be happy to invest in themselves to help them get those results within a couple of weeks? Within a couple of weeks, they're going to start to feel better, etc. So that really helps. I would think as well, if you can, like I start to know the flags when I can tell when someone's a bit like, oh, don't know, dilly-dallying about this, I'm not sure about the shakes, I'm a kind of food person. Like I will start to think ahead of the game, and I will go into like my customer group or my photo album, and I'll go and find some recipes, and I'll just be like, oh, just before, I know you said you like chocolate, but here's a couple of recipes, because when they see them, they're like, wow, that is insane. And so make sure you're making an effort with your own product, and you've got some photos of your own shakes that are looking really good. We know sometimes we're in a rush and we've just got a random JP shaker on the go, bit of milk and powder, etc. But just make an effort to do some nice ones in a glass or some chocolate detox shot, etc., have them saved, and they look at them and they're like, wow, love that, that's amazing. So that's really good. Also, you can do screen records from your customer group. So if you really want to sell the value side of things, and you know your customer group is absolutely buzzing and you're making an effort in there and you're showing up and you want to show them what value they get behind the scenes, you can just do a screen record. Like, this is a sneak preview of how our customer group looks, so they're almost reassured as well before they join. So you can sometimes tell whether people need that little bit more. And obviously you can send them testimonials of how you've helped people with similar benefits personally. That always does absolute wonders. So there's some tips on inquiry handling, guys. Now, the last thing I'm going to cover quickly is strategy. So strategy is something that actually, for us, we started doing 10-day body blitzes around about a year ago, I think, just with the intention of keeping ourselves in check. And it doesn't have to be, you know, a body blitz. If you're more kind of health focused, it can be like a cleanse. So it's basically a detox using products, you know, it is. But you can call it obviously what you want, aligned with your tribe and your group, etc. So we started doing the body blitzes just to hold ourselves accountable and obviously support our customers more. Now, we started doing them, getting good results, and that was just kind of it. Now, this year I've developed it into more of a strategy. I've been thinking, like, what do I need to help duplicate this throughout our team? So we started obviously doing the body blitzes every month, but we run it now as more of a team strategy throughout a month. So I'm just going to explain to you kind of what that looks like for us. Obviously, if you've got any questions, because sometimes the way I explain things don't come out the way I want, you can obviously message me and I can explain a bit after. That's absolutely fine. So we run a 10-day body blitz once a month. We normally start this on the first Monday of a month. So what we do, obviously, in preparation for this, at this time of the month, mid-month, we will open the doors for our next body blitz. Okay, so we've got a back to school body blitz starting on the 4th of September. We're saying, due to huge demand, we opened it a little bit earlier this time. So we always open them around mid-month. Okay, now we will post this obviously on our socials. We'll be posting results from the last body blitz, the one before that, because we've stacked up so many months of results. Okay, now when I'm posting about it on our socials, and my team does the same, we post about it and attract people through it on a free basis. Okay, so we are doing a free 10-day body blitz starting on the 4th of September. Who's interested? Who wants to join us? Blah, blah, blah. Now, when we get the interest, I have said, if you don't have boards, guys, really use boards. It's so good. It's such a good tool to be able to use. So on boards, I've loaded up, when you get somebody who's like, what's this free 10-day body blitz? Then we've got a bit of text that goes out explaining what the body blitz is, and then offering them the opportunity to use our incredible nutritional products for their simplicity and better results. Would you like to do the body blitz for free, or would you like the products to really support you? Now, 9 times out of 10, they're like, they want things that are easier, right? So they want to know about the products, and then they want things that are going to give them better results, so they're interested in the products. So normally then that just spins into a normal product inquiry, and then if we get to budget and they can't afford it, they go in anyways and they just do the 10 days with us. If they don't, or they obviously buy the product and they're going in as a product user, right? Because we've got that window where we're obviously opening the doors for entries, going into the next one, and we always close the doors on month-end day. So that's really, really powerful. So it gives us that urgency. We're closing the doors, and this is it. We're at capacity. And then once we've obviously closed the doors, which is obviously going to really help business on the back end of the month, once we close the doors, then we will open an accountability WhatsApp group. And I don't know what it is, guys, but I've done messenger chats, and they just haven't really been successful. And these ones that I'm opening for the 10 days on the WhatsApp are absolutely amazing. I have capacity of 50 people in there a month, and I will do it with my new frontline so they can duplicate down what they're doing to help them get their first customer orders. And I think the key of this, guys, because obviously my topic is getting customers, if they go in and do it for free, guess what happens? You've got your raving fan customers who are in there, and they're like, oh my God, these shakes are amazing. Uplift is saving me today. Yay, my free perform arrived. And I'm like, can't believe you're getting that for $6.50 a week. And they are literally in there selling the product for us. So the people who go in there for free usually come out feeling amazing, getting the products, and they could be in there not even active, guys, but they are watching, and they will message you just saying, can I have some shakes, please? And you think they're not even doing anything, but they absolutely are. So the WhatsApp is working really well for us. So we've just come out of a blitz. So obviously we're in the process of sharing people's results, and I actually keep the WhatsApp group open for another week or two, just so then we've got the 80-20 balance going throughout the month, and it's not like you just do a 10-day blitz and then that's it, see you later. And then the other thing is, when you if you've got people who are going in as customers, whether they're old or existing, etc., you're going to help them get results, and then you can share their results, and you're either going to get interest from one of their friends who's like, I need these products, and it's a referral for you. But of course, we're going to say to them, hey, if you have your own franchise for £1, you're going to sign them up, and you're going to earn commission, and you're going to absolutely love helping them, and they're going to come into our next blitz. And then that's obviously how you're duplicating, getting customers downline. And it's obviously giving new team members and stuff a good start. But yeah, it's helping so many people at the end of the day. So that's it from me, guys. I hope I've covered everything. I had notes written down. I've hardly looked at them. But yeah, you know, the fundamental is loving, helping other people, and just wake up with that mindset every single day and say, who am I going to help today? And just get really, really excited about that. Really keep on focusing it. And yeah, thank you so much, John, for organising this today. How lucky are we? And if you obviously don't have your Brighton tickets, guys, what are you even doing? Make sure you get them, because they're obviously running out soon. So thank you so much for having me, guys. Big love.
Guys, please give it up for Rhiannon. Absolutely mind-blowing. I mean, it was just one after another, after another, after another, tip after tip after tip. So thank you so much. I know one of the comments in the chat was, how do you deal with negativity? I'm just going to ask you on this one, because it's something that you get a bit at the beginning, just through people that don't understand what we do. I mean, my advice is this: delete and block. We are not in the convincing game. I just shared that screenshot before of how amazing our product is. If you're taking and loving the product, your belief is that strong, you don't have time for neg ferrets, energy vampires, mood hoovers. Like, ditch them, delete them off your Facebook. We're not in the convincing game. What are your thoughts on it, though?
You know, when I first started, I remember, because I started on the product and I went all in with the business like really fast. I was just like, oh my God, I feel amazing. I can help other people feel amazing, earn money around the boys. Simple as that. And I always remember someone sharing, and it was actually a friend's boyfriend. And he was, you know, he was like, so I can't believe Ree's got involved with this pyramid scheme. And I was like, shit, have I? Because I'd just gone so full in. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But obviously, like, we know how the products make us feel, right? And I will say, as time goes on, and if you are focused on your journey, you are working on your mindset, and you are surrounding yourself in this environment, it won't even touch you. Like, people wouldn't even dare send any negativity my way about their business or the product, because like Simon says, you can cut us open, right? And there's Juice Plus everywhere. Like, there's nowhere that can touch you when you know you have your belief. And that will obviously come from being around the people, yes, on calls, but obviously the events are everything. And my first event was everything that gave me my passion, belief, and vision, and trust in the company. So I literally don't get neg, and people will give you negativity, usually right at the beginning, because they feel you're vulnerable and they feel like you don't know what you're doing. And that is true, right? Because we are fresh in it, and you think, and you are scared, and we are nervous, but just trust the system, guys, and, you know, lean into this, because you start to see, like, everything going on outside is very grey, and we come into our little bubble here and we're like, yes, this is home, like we were saying earlier.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Reed. Guys, give us your number one takeaway tip from this presentation. I mean, there's been so many. I love the 10-day body blitz. Something so simple as well, starting it on the first Monday of every month. Why is that? Because everyone wants to make a change on a Monday. Everybody wants to make a healthy start to the new month. So little golden nuggets like that are incredible. Have a look at the comments, guys. And one more thing I'm going to do before I throw this little point that's come up into my mind. We're going to use this chat in a minute. When I say go, I want you to, in one sentence, type out what the product has done for you. And then you guys can screenshot this. You can see all the positive comments. about the product. So guys, give it up for Rhiannon in the chat. Absolutely amazing. One more thing on negativity. All right. Let's do this. Name that tune. Name the tune, name the artist.
You know you love me, I know you care. Just shout whenever, and I'll be there. You want my love.
All right, it is a banger. I love it. But guess what? Some people hate that song. I remember years ago seeing it on YouTube, and it's the most. They've changed it on YouTube now, but it was the most disliked song in the whole of YouTube, right? The most disliked. I just checked now, it's had 3 billion views, right? So when you're thinking about negativity, who gives a shit, right? Does Justin Bieber give a shit that it's the most disliked song on YouTube? It's had 3 billion views. We're not here to try and get everybody to use the product. We're just the messenger. If people are blind and they can't see it, or they don't get it, their ears are closed, their mindset's closed, right? We can't help them. We are just the messenger. So Justin Bieber doesn't care about the dislikes. Manchester United are the most supported football club in the world. They're actually the most hated as well, right? If you ask the majority of non-Man United fans, who do they dislike the most as a club, they will say Manchester United. United don't care. So it's irrelevant, guys, about negativity. That's the one thing that I wanted to say. Just focus on your own goals, your own dreams, and just share the product with as many people as you can. And some will, some won't. So what? Move on to the next person. We are not in the convincing game. Justin Bieber ain't in the convincing game. Neither are we. So, right, let's go. Guys, comment in the chat with your product stories. Let us know, then we can get these screenshots out there. Somebody can screenshot and blast them into the group. These are personal stories, guys. So these aren't medical claims. These are your own stories. All right, let's go on to our next speaker. Rhiannon did an amazing job talking about how to build a customer base. And let's face it, if you don't have a customer base, you don't have a check. It's as simple as that. It's no good recruiting loads of people into the team and nobody's ordering the products. But if you want to move on to the next stage of building that laptop lifestyle, of building that business that pays you when you're working and when you're not working, when you're on holiday, you're still making that money, you need to start to build a team. You need to recruit. You need to bring in other team members because, as I said earlier, we are just the messenger. Is it easier to spread the message just you on your own? Or is it easier when you've got 5 other people doing it with you, 10 other people doing it with you? So we've got nobody better now. We've got the absolute rock star of recruitment, the amazing Danny Cumru. Danny, I know you're a host, so you can spotlight. I'll spotlight you now, but you are good to go. Guys, give it up for Danny in the chat. I can see from your backdrop now, you are no longer in the sweat pit in Dubai, unless you took your wallpaper with you. I don't know. So that's the question. But I hope you had an amazing holiday. The pictures looked insane.
Oh my goodness, I loved it. So hopefully you all saw my Dubai pictures. And Dubai is something, before this business, we would never have gone on holiday somewhere like Dubai. And anyone that knows my upline, Michelle, she's always there. So when she recruited me, I saw all of her Dubai pictures and I was like, that is going to go on the vision board to stay in the Atlantis in Dubai. And it was funny because I was talking to John and he was like, how are you there when it's so hot? But honestly, guys, the heat, we absolutely love it because in our hotel, if you've ever seen the Atlantis Hotel, they've got their own water park, which is actually the biggest water park in the world. So you're in there all day. So actually, I loved the heat. I absolutely loved it. So sad to come home. I could have lived there, but this is what this business does for you, right? We would no way be going on holidays like that if it was not for this business. So yeah, guys, put it on the vision board if it's something that you want to do. But yes, recruitment. I absolutely love talking about recruitment, as you guys all know, because as John just said, as Rhiannon just said, getting customers is incredible, and the commission that you get, I hope you all know and you've all worked out, you've looked at them little charts where it's like, right, you get a shake sale, you get 169 points, even if you're right at the start, that's £16.90. When you get to 20%, that doubles, that's like £32 that you get for a shake order, right? You can earn an incredible income if you get really good at getting customers, right? And I'm exactly the same. I loved, my biggest takeaway from Rhiannon's speech just there was the SP every single month on your own, because I actually think every single person on this call should write that in big letters as a goal. It might be 825 at the start, right? That might be your goal. I'm like Rhiannon, I'm like, getting them SP points every single month to me is non-negotiable, because we can all do that. We can all go out and we can get new customers every single month, and I absolutely love that. So for me, that's a massive goal. And that gets me excited. Put your hands up, right? Let me know in the chat if you still get excited every single time you get a sale. You do a little sales dance. Yeah, ooh, I got a sale. I still do that, right? It's exciting. 8 years on, I still do my little sales dance. But what excites me more is signing up a team member. And that is why 8 years in, I am still so excited about this opportunity like it was day one, right? Because yes, I've completely changed my life with this opportunity. I'm living an incredible life because of this opportunity, right? But what excites me is finding people out there that need this opportunity more than ever, more than anyone, finding them and changing their life, right? Like the quote says, I think it was Jim Rohn or someone, help as many people get what they want and you will get everything you want. That is what this is about. When you first start this opportunity, it's about you changing your life, saving up, taking your kids to Disney World, Dubai, whatever it is that's your goal. It's about you, right? And that's absolutely fine. But eventually it will be about helping other people. And that is where your income is really going to grow and your business is really going to grow. It's about helping other people get what they want. And that is why no matter what position I'm at, no matter what my paycheck was, I would still be so excited about this opportunity every single day, because it's about going out and helping other people to change their life. And boy, people need it. People need this opportunity. People need that extra income. People need, if I asked you now, say in the chat what this opportunity has done for us, I'm not sure if we've already done it on this call, you would tell me more confidence, better health, more friends, more money, holiday with my kids. You will tell me all of this stuff, right? And that's absolutely incredible. This is why we need to share it. I think John's just shared the only way is success onto the screen, which is an event we've got coming up in Essex, isn't it, John? So yeah, hopefully you guys can all get to that one as well. John's coming to Essex. Woo! It's going to be an amazing event. So make sure you all come to that one. Yeah, so recruitment absolutely is something that excites me so much, guys, right? And you are going to get today my exact recruitment strategy of how I recruit every single month. So every single month I recruit at least 10 people into my Juice Plus business, and I've done that since day one. A lot of people might say, oh, it's easy for you with the lifestyle and stuff like that to recruit. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter what position you are, you can 100% recruit every single month into your business. So today you are going to get my exact recruitment strategy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to screen share. And I'm going to get my presentation up on the screen here, which hopefully you can all see. Let me know you can all see that. Okay, so recruitment strategy. So why should you all listen to me? Get your pens and papers out right now. Okay, I was actually the #1 recruiter this year, and as I was saying, it's not just all about you, it's all about duplicating this into your team as well. So I'm going to be talking about a duplicatable system that we have within our team as well. So this is my amazing QNMD in my team, Ellie Myhill, and she actually got #2 recruiter in the whole company as well. And this just shows that duplication works. These strategies that we are going to share work. Me and Ellie have got like this little strategy between us, which we use, that we encourage the whole team to use, but Ellie is 100% the person that uses this strategy a lot. I'm going to share it with you, and this is why she's duplicating and she is recruiting into her business as well. So I'm going to share that with you a little bit later on. So I'm going to ask you guys, and I really want you to think about this question: what is your recruitment strategy? If I unmuted you right now and I said to you, what is your recruitment strategy? What does it involve? Would you be able to tell me in a couple of words? Yeah, my recruitment strategy is X, Y, Z, right? If you can't, then this is the problem, right? Because me and Ross do this task where we go through teams' pages sometimes, right? And people might say, right, I can get customers, but I can't recruit. And we look through their pages and we're right, you're not actually trying to recruit. Like, you're posting about the products, you're posting results, you're posting, you know, you with the products, you're posting all of this stuff, but what is your recruitment strategy? And we do this task where we count up your like Facebook or your social media posts, and we see how many of them are actually you trying to recruit and how many of them are you trying to get sales. I do it, I would say, like 50-50, if not more, towards recruitment, whereas a lot of people do it way more. They just post about the products, right? And this is the problem. So you have to have your strategy in place. So I'm going to share with you my exact recruitment strategy, right? And I'm going to go through it in stages. So attraction marketing is a massive one for me. Messaging is another one. Opportunity calls and opportunity groups is another one. Three-way chats is another one, and following up is another one. So if you said to me, Danny, what is your recruitment strategy? I could tell you. That's it. That's how I recruit every single month. It's a plan, and that's where a lot of people go wrong, because they haven't actually got like a recruitment strategy that they follow every single month, and they say, this is what I'm doing to recruit. So this is my recruitment strategy, guys. So make a note of it, and then I'm going to break it down into every single step and go with you exactly how I do each of these. So number one is attraction marketing. So attraction marketing is really, really important, and this is basically like what we do on social media. We all work on social media, we all post on social media. So what we do on social media to attract people into our business, right? Who would love every single month people to come to them and go, I want him, sign me up, right? Without you doing anything, without you reaching out, without you messaging. Who would want that, right? You can have that if you get very, very good at attraction marketing. I'm going to talk about messaging and everything else later on, but if you get very, very good at attraction marketing, every month you should get a funnel of people coming to you going, I want in, sign me up to this opportunity, just because you're getting good at doing attraction marketing. Okay, so how do we get good at this, right? Everything is a post, guys. Everything is attraction marketing. It hasn't got to be an amazing lifestyle. It hasn't got to be pictures of you in Dubai, right? Anything can be attraction marketing. So this first post here is working from Costa, PMD leadership call. Feel sorry for anyone who has to commute far. It's so nice and cozy in my local Costa. So maybe that was like a cold day, and I'm saying I've got my tea, I'm working from my Costa. There are so many people, right, that will go to Costa, that will get a coffee, that will not post about it, right? You need to give yourself one of them, because that is attraction marketing. Who wouldn't want to sit in Costa with a nice coffee, earning money, right? Everyone would. So take advantage of these types of posts, right? And it's important sometimes for you to be in them, right? It's tempting sometimes to really take an easy picture of your coffee cup and your laptop sitting there, but sometimes people want to see you. So do different types of posts when you're out and about as well. Okay, the next post here is a direct recruitment post, right? Where you're saying, now recruiting, who wants to earn money, work from home, opportunity to travel, amazing wages and bonuses, say yes or DM. These are important, right? Because sometimes we are not being upfront enough. We are not being direct enough. So these are the direct posts where you're going to get people say, yes, send me info. But these types of posts are not enough on their own. A lot of people will post these types of posts, but people will be like, well, recruiting for what? I haven't seen a business. I haven't seen her do a business. Whereas if you're doing these types of posts where you're like, right, I'm working for Costa, I'm working on a Zoom call. Who's already done a post today saying how excited they are to be on this Zoom call? Who's already tagged John in a story, Ernesto in a story, Rhiannon in a story? Who's already tagged me in their story going, oh my goodness, I'm learning so many golden nuggets from these incredible leaders on this incredible Zoom stay, on this incredible event today. I'm so lucky to be able to be earning at home on a Saturday. Who's already done that, right? These are the little posts that you do throughout your month, so that when you do like a now recruiting, who wants info, people are going to go, yeah, okay, I want info, right? Because you've been doing all of the indirect ones throughout the month. So the indirect ones are really, really important. And here's another example here, making money from the bath. That builds curiosity, right? How do you make money from the bath? How do you do that, right? You could even put like a call to action on there saying, ask me how. You could do it more as a direct one and say, ask me how I'm earning money from the bath right now, right? People will be like, well, that sounds interesting. How'd you do that, right? And then you can share with them how you do that. So there are so many different ways of doing attraction marketing. And I sort of think about these sorts of things, create my content, right? What do people not have in their job? So I can say to you right now, in your 9 to 5, in your full-time job, what do you not have, right? And these are all of the things that we do have in our Juice Plus business. So these are the things that we should be creating our attraction marketing around. This is the thing we should be talking about in our stories, creating our reels about, talking about on our posts, right? time with your family. You get more time with your family because of the Juice Plus opportunity. Post about it, right? Flexible hours. We can work whenever we want. If we've got an hour a day, we can work. We can work when we want. We don't have to answer to anyone what hours we work. We do it completely in our own time. That's attractive for people, right? People want to be able to do stuff in their spare time, in their own time. They don't want to be told you have to be here at this time, right? Disposable income, daily training and support. So you could make a post around today, right? You're getting training, you're getting support, all for free. That's something that people might not get in their current careers. Personal development is a massive one for me. I would do the last 8 years of this opportunity without the money, without anything, just for the personal development, the free personal development that we get, the people that we're around, right? The mindset. I'm a completely different person now talking to you guys than I was 8 years ago because of the personal development we get because of this opportunity. Do you think other people need that? I think they do. Do you think other people get that in their 9-to-5 jobs? I actually think it's crazy, and I think it is. People are realizing, like employees and stuff are realizing a little bit more now, right? How important it is, our mental health, our mindset, our personal development, right? And people might be incorporating it a little bit into their 9-to-5 jobs now, but people need to be incorporating it more because it's so important. And I can't even like express the gratitude that I feel for the personal development that I've got since I've been in this industry. And I think, who would I be without it? Like, it's just crazy. And I've been introduced to that because of this community, because of Juice Plus. And I'll be forever grateful for it, right? Because it is literally so important. Like, what we think we become. Like, I never even read The Secret before I started Juice Plus. I didn't even know about the law of attraction. I didn't even know about how important it was to be positive and to have positive thoughts. I didn't know. And I've learned all of that because of this community, and it's incredible. So definitely be talking about that on your social media as well, because yes, people need more money right now, right? Yes, people want more time with their family right now. But a massive thing that people need right now is a better mindset, right? Positivity. It's massive. So definitely talk about that. The fact that we can get unlimited earning potential. Who's excited by that? When I first looked at this opportunity and I was like, there was £78,000 when I joined. It's £119,480 in bonuses that you can earn now with the Juice Plus opportunity. Who wouldn't want that? I did a post on my Facebook recently. I just said, if I was to give you 120 grand now, what would you do with it, right? And I read the comments and they were amazing, right? They would do all sorts of things, and I'm like, I'm offering people that. When we offer people the Juice Plus opportunity, we are offering the chance to unlock those bonuses. They can earn those bonuses. Every single person on this call can earn those bonuses. All you have to do is work your way through the compensation plan and you'll unlock them. So are you talking about that in your post? Are you talking about the unlimited earning potential, the bonus potential? What else are people getting? A community of like-minded people. Again, it's massive. The friendships, everything like that. These are more things that you should be posting about. The incentives. So we have got incredible incentives right now. John's got an incentive for us all to go to Thailand. Who's coming to Thailand with us, guys, right? It's going to be amazing. But anyone that joins your business can also have that opportunity to join in that incentive. So are you talking about it? Are you saying to people, oh my goodness, my upline John has just invited us all to come to Thailand in this incredible incentive? Are you talking about that? Because that's exciting for people, right? That's a massive thing that's on a lot of people's bucket list, to go to a country like that, right? I know that Thailand was one of the best things I've ever done in my last 8 years. I wouldn't have gone there if it weren't for this opportunity. It wouldn't have been somewhere I would have chosen to have gone to. So I wouldn't have seen that. I wouldn't have experienced that if it wasn't for John setting that incentive. So incentives are something that you definitely need to be talking about. Company incentive to Rio. There might be another little cheeky incentive dropping later today that you guys might see soon. There's so much going on right now, right, that you guys can talk about incentives as well. The fact that you've got no one to answer to, the fact that you've got no boss, all of these things, take a little screenshot of all of the things that people do not have in their jobs that you can be talking about to use on your attraction marketing. And I'm going to move swiftly on, right? Attraction marketing is a massive point of it. And if you do get very good at attraction marketing, you will get people coming to you going, what is it that you do, Danny? I know, because I get it every single month because I've got good at attraction marketing. But I wouldn't recruit the numbers that I get if it weren't for me getting into my messenger, right? Ross always says, posting and praying is not a strategy, right? It's not a strategy. We cannot post and pray. You cannot post on your social media and go, oh, I can't get anywhere with Juice Plus. It's not working, right? Because that is not a strategy. You have to be getting into your messenger. Okay, so don't overthink it. Just get into your messenger whatever way you can. And social media has made it so easy for us now to get into our messenger, because I think Rhiannon spoke about chasing likes. We can chase likes. Someone likes a recruitment post, a lifestyle post, anything, you can send them a message, right? If someone accepts your friend request, you can send them a message. If someone watches your story, I love this, right? Because years ago when I started, we never had stories and we never knew who was watching us. Unless someone liked a post, we did not know who was watching us, right? So we had to rely on these likes. We can see every single person watching us now, right? I think John said it. It's like if someone winks at us in a nightclub, they want in. If someone is watching your story, they're watching you for a reason. They want in. They want to know what it is that you're doing. They might be too scared to reach out to you, but they're watching you. And we can see, if you look on your Facebook story now, your Instagram story now, you swipe up, it will say, 60 people have watched your story, 100 people have watched your story. If you are not messaging those 100 people that want in, that are doing the first move by winking at you, by watching your story, you're crazy, right? You have to be messaging those people. So there are so many different ways that we can get into our inbox now. I've not got it on this presentation, but I always do what I call actually going out and headhunting people as well. So I have like a list of hashtags, a list of locations that I go to on Insta where I find my tribe. If you haven't got like a list of places that you go to find your tribe, I 100% recommend it on Instagram. We can literally type in, like I've been to Dubai, I stayed at the Atlantis Hotel. I can literally type in the Atlantis Dubai, go to places, it will show me every single person that's tagged themselves in that hotel. Are they going to be good at our business? Yes, because they're tagging themselves in places, they're taking pictures, right? I'll then message all of them people and say, hey, we stayed in the hotel last week. What did you like about the holiday? Build a connection with them, find a connection with them, and then they're on your social media. Then you can offer them the opportunity. So I do that where I'm going out and I'm actually finding people as well. And you can do that if you want to build a local team. You can go to like a local zoo. You can go to like a local play center. If you're like a mum, you go to the local like monkey business, soft play area, whatever it is in your area, like local zoo, whatever it is, and find other mums that you want to join your team, right? You've got to go out and you've got to actually find people. So I do that as well. I literally message all day long, right? I message through following up, I message by headhunting and finding people. It is literally so important, right? And here's a couple of examples here of some offer scripts. So take a little screenshot of that. Me and Ross have actually got a whole book, a whole ebook of different scripts. If you're interested, just give us a message, and they're all different scripts that you can use. But honestly, guys, you can just write out all of these scripts, and scripts work. I know we want to build a relationship. I know we want to like ask people how you're doing, how was your holiday, like did you enjoy the zoo today, all of those things. But there's only so many times you can ask, as John says, how's your dog, how's your cat, right? You've got to actually offer the opportunity at some point. So I do work with scripts because I feel like they do work. And I do feel like you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. My Teamy, who I was talking about earlier, Ellie is on this call. She got a script message from someone who she ended up joining in the business, and they literally said, would you be interested in earning more money from your phone? At the time, she wanted to earn more money, right? So she never really related with that person. She never really resonated with that person's story, right? That person actually ended up putting her in a three-way chat with me, and she did end up joining. But she was just ready, right? So if people are ready, they are just ready, which is why we have just got to reach out and find people. And it is a numbers game. We do just want to speak to as many people as we can possibly speak to. Relationships are important. Building a relationship is important, but working through the numbers is important as well. If you said to me right now, Dan, how many conversations do you have in a day? I guarantee you it's a high number. And you've got to ask yourself that question. How many conversations are you having every single day, guys? Okay, next one, opportunity calls and opportunity groups. We all have them. John does, I think he's like a couple. Monday night, I think it's 8 o'clock every single week. If you're in an opportunity call, I think he does like another on a Wednesday. We all kind of do our own ones within our teams as well. So whatever opportunity call you use, make sure you're using it. I want you guys to decide now. Make a decision now. This is part of your recruitment strategy that you are using opportunity calls. Write down on your paper now what opportunity call you are pushing every single week, because it is so important. This is part of my recruitment strategy, guys, right? I'm pushing an opportunity call every week. I go live on my Facebook every single Monday night. That's my opportunity call, right? If I'm not doing one, I'll push John's one. But whatever call you are using, write it down and make sure you're using it, right? And I don't just mean posting about it. I mean having a recruitment strategy as to how you are loading that call, how you're getting people onto that call, which I'm going to talk about. So we have our opportunity call and we have our opportunity group, right? So this is an example of my one. So I have the Power Business opportunity group. My strategy there is I have my story in there. I have all of my team member stories in there. I have other people's stories in there, like John's, whoever's, right? I have people's stories in there. When someone's like, right, I'm interested in the opportunity, I'll give them the information. If they want to know more, I can add them to my group. What I can then do is tag them on a story that would resonate with them. For example, if they were a single mum, my story might not resonate with them. If they were a corporate worker, my story might not resonate with them because they might think, well, you do this full time, it's easy for you. They might think, well, you do this business with your husband, it's easy for you. So what I would do is I tag them on someone's call, on someone's live that was relevant to them. So we've got single mums in the team, we've got people that work full time in a corporate career and do this on the side. So if that was their journey, I would tag them on someone's journey that would resonate with them. And then they get the belief, actually, if that person can do it, that's a single mum, I can do it as well. Actually, if that person can do it, that works all this time in their corporate job, I can do it as well. So that's my strategy there. And then I was saying my opportunity lives that I do every single Monday, that is my strategy. I do it live or I'd use John's. And this is what I do all day of a Monday. So Monday is the night that I use as my opportunity call night, right? And this is a message that I would send out. So I would try and load this call. So I would go back through people that I'd connected with, people that I'd asked about the opportunity call before. And I'd say to them, right, we're having an opportunity call tonight. Can you get on? It's really important that you're offering it because I think a lot of these tools that we have, which are our business building tools, which are incredible, which should be our recruitment strategy, a lot of us are not actually using them as a strategy. We all know that John's call's on a Monday night at 8 o'clock. We might be getting on it ourselves, but how many people are you actually loading onto that call? If it's part of your recruitment strategy, you need to give yourself a goal, right? I'm going to load 2 people onto it next week, right? The week after, I'm going to do my best to get 5 people on it next week, right? The week after, I'm going to get 10 people on it, right? Because if this is your recruitment strategy, you need to be loading it. So that's a little message that I send out, and I give myself a goal every week as to how many people I'm getting on the opportunity calls. This is a massive one for me, and I'm not sure if Ellie is on the call, if I can unmute her, but Ellie is, let me know, Ellie, in the chat. I don't know if I can see the chat actually because I'm screen sharing, but Ellie does three-way chats with me, and this is how Ellie is absolutely smashing recruitment. So this is how you can duplicate, because not only do you want to smash recruitment yourself, you want to duplicate it down into your teams, okay? And me and Ellie do this thing where we get in three-way chats. Now, I'll tell you, right, when Ellie's on it with her three-way chats, I'll look at my phone. She did it one day when I was in Dubai, and it said, you've got 95 new messages. And I was like, oh, I'm popular. And it was Ellie putting me in three-way chats, right? And this is exactly the way that we run it. So she will say, so she's talking to someone and she will say, hey, Danny, when you get a minute, would you mind sharing your business story with Claire? Thanks. It's so easy for me because I have a pre-recorded voice note that I forward into this chat, and my voice note will go something like my story. Hi, nice to see you. My name's Danny. I've been doing this business for 8 years. This is what I've been able to do. It's incredible. We hope you join soon. This is how the commission works. I'll keep it to a minute, right? 1 minute voice note. That person then might ask questions in that chat, right? And this is where it's a really good strategy, because if it's a team member, Ellie's absolutely fine now to overcome the objections and to close that, right? But if you've got a new team member, this is really training them as well. This is as helpful with training them as it is to get them the team member, because if they then ask, oh, this sounds really great, can I do it alongside my 9 to 5? Oh, this sounds great, how does the commission work? What you do is you answer that for them and you get that team member to sign up for them. So they are seeing exactly how you're talking to people and how you're getting people over the line. So it's incredible training for that team member as much as it is an incredible call to get the new team member to sign up, right? An incredible strategy to get the new team member to sign up. So this is massive for us in our team. Some people use it, some people don't. The people that do use it, for example, Ellie, definitely benefits for it. So yeah, massive shout out to you, babe, because you are incredible. And this is like another example. This is Ross's example, actually. If you've got like a guy in your team or something like that, you can use them, right? So this is someone in our team that put Ross in a chat with a guy, and he's done exactly the same thing. He sent his voice note in there. So you can use different people that have got different stories. Like if you've got a guy in your team or someone in your team, you can use it with different people. And the most important thing with your recruitment strategy is following up. This is the one thing I need to give myself one of these for, right? Because it's the thing that I'm worst at, and I know that I need to get better at it. Because anyone that knows me, you can tell by the way I'm talking on this call, I'm 100 miles an hour. I like to get stuff done, right? I like to speak to the most amount of people. I like to do loads of content. I'm 100 miles an hour. And it is really, really important that we do have a following up strategy, because the fortune is in the follow-up, right? It is 100% in the follow-up. We have to follow up. So whether you've got a book where you have like a follow-up book and you write down everyone that you've spoken to, you have to have some follow-up system, right? Because people need to be exposed to it more than once to actually say yes. So, and I always go back to people and say, are you ready now? And they're like, yeah, actually, I'm ready now. So that is why we cannot forget to follow up, because they're not always going to sign up there and then. And I don't know if this is going to work. Oh, it might do. No, it's not going to work. So this is just a. Oh yeah, it is.
Fortune is in the follow-ups, not the follow-up. Now, a lot of people in network marketing, especially like the mentors, the uplines, and they're amazing. They teach you everything that you need to know. And the fortune is in the follow-up. Yes, but you have to understand and appreciate that it's plural. I don't know anyone who's made a fortune just by following up once. The majority of people will say no the first time. And yes, because of that, we've got the fear of rejection, the idea of returning back to someone who's already said no to get a guaranteed bit of rejection. It's hard. I get it. I've been there. But my dad followed up with me 16 times before I said yes. The fortune is in the follow-ups, to make sure that you follow up like month after month or every 3 months. Right? Every 3 months. Like, they say no, 3 months later, I invite them again. They say no, 3 months later, invite them again. They say no, 3 months later, you invite them again. They say, yeah, actually, how did you know? Just lost my job and COVID hit and the pandemic and all that. Yeah, help me out.
And I think that's true, guys, right? We never know when someone is ready, right? We might be offering it to people and it just might not be their time, right? So we offer it again and they might go, something might have drastically changed in their life that they're like, actually, I'm ready now, right? So this is why fortune is in the follow-ups, not just the follow-up. So that's me. Let me try to unscreen share. I don't know how to do that. Oh yeah, stop share. There you go.
Amazing, Danny. Thank you so much, guys. Give it up for Danny in the chat. I was just literally writing 2 notes there just on your fortunes in the follow-ups. And it reminds me of Jeff Roberti talking about his drip list. Who's heard about Jeff Roberti's drip list? It's not a rude thing, by the way. So Jeff Roberti's drip list was the people that he would be dripping information on week after week, month after month, year after year. And as Danny said there, it's a series of follow-ups, right? It's not just once. And Lauren Slocum, if you know Lauren, she's one of the top income earners in the company, was nearly 20 years, right? 20 years of dripping information on Lauren. And a similar story with Jerry McKinney. Jeff really dripped on him. And it was due to the ash cloud in Iceland, if you remember that, years ago, that Jerry got stuck in America and Jeff just dripped another little message on him and he ended up at the Juice Plus convention, sitting front row and signing up, and the rest is history. So guys, give it up for Danny in the chat. Congratulations as well. I know you guys have been nominated for an award, so that is amazing. Representing our company, it's absolutely incredible. And you know what, guys, you're surrounded by the best. The training has been outstanding today. So what I want to know is one takeaway. What is the one key thing that you're going to do based on recruitment from this presentation that Danny has just delivered? And it is, guys, it's a series of exposures. You're just slowly talking to people about an event that might be happening, an opportunity call that might be happening. It might be another message. It might be a chasing a like. That series of exposures will eventually get you that person to say, yes, I'm still trying to sign somebody up, right? You wouldn't believe, well, you probably would believe this. A girl that I've been talking to since March, when was it March when we launched the £1 sign up, and she's still umming and ahhing about it, even though it's a quid. And then another guy that I spoke to last week, he's like, oh, I can't afford £1. So I'm going to wait until I've got paid. I'm like, mate, don't worry. Give us your PayPal link. I'll put a quid in your account. I don't even know if you can do a PayPal for £1, but you've just got to be continually dripping information on people and following up. And eventually they will join. Eventually they will say yes. So guys, give it up for Danny in the chat. We have talked about how to build a customer base, how to recruit. Now, the next thing that you want to do you want a juice plus job, or do you want a juice plus business? Do you want a juice plus job, or do you want a juice plus business? And the difference is a juice plus business is something that will continue to pay you for the work that you did last month, last year, last decade. I'm still getting paid for the things that I did, for the conversations that I had in 2009. I'm still getting paid for the events that I attended and for the events that I invited to in 2013. Why is that? Because I built a team, right? I went out there and said, I don't just want to build a customer base. I want to recruit and build a team and build an organization. So how do you go from building a customer base to recruiting and then building a team that eventually turns into an organization? We've got somebody that's doing this, that did it last year to an incredible standard, absolutely flying right now in the business. I know you just jumped off one call onto another one, so you are literally zooming all over the place. Guys, give it up for the amazing Jane Malby, all the way from rainy Cornwall, I think it is. My parents are down there at the minute, and apparently there was a big storm yesterday, so hope everything is all right. And yeah, your washing hasn't been blown away.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, it's actually sunny Cornwall now. Yesterday it was wild Cornwall. But well done everybody for getting on today. Happy Saturday. This online event is absolutely great, so thank you, John, for putting it on. It's been absolutely amazing so far. And literally, do you know what everybody's saying? You hear everybody, and everyone who's going to speak today, you're going to hear everybody saying the same things. It's literally consistency, it's duplication, and that is all we do. So everybody knows that actually, so I've been in the business 5.5 years, and I hit National Marketing Director last August. And I didn't recruit for years in the business. So when I first joined, I sat at around senior partner for about 18 months to 2 years, hitting sales coordinator volume on my own, month in, month out, but I couldn't hit sales coordinator because I didn't have the team, because I didn't have that belief that I kept telling myself, I'm new, I'm still new, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to build a team. I don't know how I'm going to have a team. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still new. And that is the biggest mistake I ever made. So if any of you are new on this call, whether you've been in the business a year, whether you've been in the business one day, start recruiting from day one. I mean, it's super simple as well at the minute with the £1 sign up. If you're not utilizing it, you're absolutely crazy. But that is the biggest mistake I made, because everybody is given the same opportunity. Everybody can utilize the same, we've got the hub, we've got your virtual office, you've got the website, we've got the training calls, we've got Zoom calls, we've got events. Everybody can start building from day one. This is what your upline's for. The amount of times people say to me, oh, I don't want to, sorry, keep bothering you. Sorry, I keep asking you questions. I love it. It's like having toddlers. I always say this, when the kids go quiet, that's when I worry. When I can hear them, it's good. When they go quiet, I'm like, oh no, what are they up to? So this is what we're here for. So really, really utilize us. But I've built my business on momentum. And you hear everybody like Ernesto, he is momentum king. But build your business, guys, on momentum. Build it on magic, build it on community. Like I always say, I don't have a team, I've got a community. And this is the beauty of this business, that, when you go to work, you've got to work with the people who are in your job. Here, you can work with whoever you want. You choose who you want in your team. You choose who you work with. So build yourself friendships, build yourself a community. And that is exactly what I did last year. So last January, I was an SSC in the business. I think I was just scraping on a QSSC pay line. So that was, last January, 18 months ago. And I just made that decision that I was just going for it. And I was going to create major momentum. I was going to lock in with my team. And you know what? It doesn't matter how big your team is, how little your team is, whether your team goes, whether they come back. Because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get it when you've got an absolutely banging team and you're all getting together. And then you're going to get it where you've got no team and you're like Billy No Mates. But this is the beauty of the business. You just keep going, you just keep rebuilding, you just go again. And that is what I did. I decided that I was going to create mega momentum, and I was just going to start from scratch, like always go in dealer mode. So again, when you are recruiting, amazing, but don't forget to be a partner. Never sit in management mode, never sit there just going, I've got lots of team, they're going to do it for me. Because if those team go, you sat there and you've got no business. So I made that decision that I was just going to go for them last year. I got myself to absolutely every single event. I cannot stress enough the importance of getting to events. Like, amazing, well done, everyone's gone today. I'm sure my team think I get money for ticket sales because I'm like, get to an event, get to an event, get to an event. But events build your business. People get to see the fun, people get to see the community, you lock in together. But also as well, most importantly, you meet other people in the business as well, which is so, so important. And then your team meet other people as well. Like, get your team working with other people's teams. So obviously Danny's just told you how to recruit. She's told you how to get the people. But once you've got those people, you want to, one, get them working, and two, you want them to be part of something. You want them to be part of something, part of a community, because to start with, not everybody's always earning. You know, I think John said that he was in the business for quite a while and his paycheck was like £16 or something. Are you going to stay for, like, month in, month out for £16? But do you know what? I've built an incredible team. So sometimes I have got, I don't know if Kirsty's on, she won't mind me sharing this. But Kirsty's been in the business like 2 years. And do you know what? She shows up month in and month out. And every month she'll send me a message going, I've just been paid 80 quid. And she absolutely loves it, because what we've built is we've built an amazing friendship. We've built an amazing community. So that's what you want to build. So number one, when you sign someone up, get either on a Zoom call with them, a one-to-one call with them, a phone call, or meet them in person. I cannot stress as well the importance of getting offline. I always say to my team, if your Facebook goes overnight, have you still got a business? Can you still get in touch with your customers? Can you still get in touch with your team? It's so, so important. Yes, you can build an incredible business online, but where you can, get offline. You know, I'm a super busy mum. You'll never hear me make that excuse of, I can't do that because I haven't got childcare. The amount of events we get to that there's kids there, the amount of, like, you can do your one-to-one in a park, take a coffee, you know, go and sit in the park. You can do your one-to-ones anywhere. So don't use those excuses. And again, that's where you show them how and where you're building your business. So for people looking in, going, oh, I've got loads of kids, I can't get to this event, I can't do that. You can show people how you're solving that problem. But number one, I want you to get together with your team and do a one-to-one with them. So find out what their expectations are, find out what their goals are, find out what makes them tick, because some people are very, very like money orientated. Some people are incentive orientated. Some people are certificate orientated. I love a certificate. Do you know what? If someone said to me, do you want 20 quid cash or do you want a certificate? I'm that girl, I want that certificate. Like, I want that. So find out what people want. It sounds silly, but find out what people want. Find out what drives them. So manage their expectations, find out exactly what they want, find out exactly how much time they've got and they want to put in this business and what they want to get from it. Some people literally just want to join for an extra £50. Some people want to join to be able to quit their job or to be able to, you know, buy a house or put it in a holiday fund. So actually find out what people want and find out what makes them tick. The next thing you want to do is you want to get them off to the best start. So make sure that you are getting them on training calls. Make sure that you're doing a new starter call. So for example, in my team, we've got a 30-day training group. It is literally dummy proof. It's got 30 days within there. And it's literally day one, task 2, task 3. And they are copy and paste posts, but it's also DMO tasks. So for example, day 1 is task number 1, do a vision board. Task number 2, order your own products. Task number 3, pop a post up saying that you've actually joined the business, why you're doing it, and you want to help people and you want people to come on the journey with you. Day 2 is a morning shake or capsule post. Then it will be task 2 is adding 20 new friends. So then also you're getting people to start doing DMO as well, because we all know how important that is. And then task 3 will be a results post on day 2. So already people are getting used to posting. And then by the end of the 30 days, we found that the majority of people have either hit Partner Plus or have hit Senior Partner. And it's super simple. Yes, it might take you a little bit to start with to create, I think ours is in a closed Facebook group. It might take you a little bit of time to do it to start with. But in the long run, it saves you so much time. It saves me so much time because I literally, I'll onboard someone. I'll say, right, task number 1, log into your virtual office, change your password. Guys, if you haven't got your team to do that, because the amount of times people are going to go to, I've forgotten what my password is, or I can't remember the login. So task number 1, literally log into your virtual office, change your password to something you can remember. Task 2, I'm now going to add you to our 30-day training group. In there, you'll find tasks to copy and paste every single day. And it just gets people doing it already. And again, it's not all Juice Plus. Some of it might be, it's Sunday, post about what you're eating or post about what you're doing. So it's just getting them off to the best start. We've also got a content group, but do you know what? If you're not utilising the Juice Plus Hub, start utilising it. It's absolutely fantastic. It's great for content. Corporate are putting so much effort into that. It's absolutely fantastic. You've got price lists in there, because again, make sure people know what the products are, how much the products are, what positions they're going for, what promotions they're going for. I also do a new starter call once a month, but again, I have got a recorded version in my 30-day training group so that you can tag people on it, because again, depending on where people join in the month. But again, new starter call, it's really, really simple. It's really basic. It's literally how you get started, a DMO. It's literally a bit of a product overview on all of the products. It's your first 2 positions, and it's one of the most important things is when training's on. So again, make sure you're doing a training call. And if you've got team, it doesn't matter what position you are, start showing up as that leader and start doing a weekly training call. It doesn't matter what you cover. It doesn't matter whether you just get on and you say, ask me questions, but it's so important to get your team off to the best start. So yeah, really, really utilize getting your newbies started, getting your newbies posted, because if you're not getting them off to the best start, they're not going to go anywhere in the business. The next thing I want you to do is lock in with your team, and I'm going to go over loads of ideas and loads of stuff that we do in a minute, but locking in with your team is so important. When people say to me, oh, do you know what, I'm having a really, really tough time. When I started this business, I actually had postnatal depression. And this business absolutely saved me because I locked into this business. It gave me purpose. It gave me self-worth. But I didn't realize that after having the kids, I'd lost. And this business just, it gave me something to do. It gave me something to post about. So really lock into this business. Get your team to lock into this business. If you've got a team that are saying to you, I'm having a really, really tough time, I'm going to take a step back. I won't take that as like okay, I'll speak to you later. I'm like, right, do you know what? Totally get that. And I'm here to help you. Let's get you on a call. Let's meet for a coffee. You don't even have to talk about the business, but just lock in with them, because we're a community before we are a business. And in this business, you'll always hear everybody say, if you help people get what they want, you'll get everything you want. And that is something that I focus on. I don't focus on my positions. I don't focus on my promotions. I don't focus on me hitting my incentives. But what I know is that if I help all of my team get what they want, then that is eventually going to help me get what I want. And, we all work on gratitude, like putting out to the universe, you're going to get it back, guys. So really focus on what your team want and lock in with them, even when they're having a really, really tough time. And the next thing we do is make sure you're doing a challenge. It could be a monthly boot camp. It could be a team boot camp. So for example, in August, we all know that everybody goes MIA in August. So we're actually doing a team boot camp. So each week I've been setting different tasks for people to do. So this week it's doing, right, you've got to show up on a video, whether it's a reel, a TikTok, a live, something in your stories, but set your team tasks as well. And it doesn't always have to be incentivized, guys. Just give people a bit of like a push in which way to go. And also as leaders, lead. You don't, yes, you want to be nice to team and you want to like mother them and you want to cuddle them, but also as well, sometimes people need a little bit of a kick up the bum. And again, this is something you can ask on your one-to-ones. Say, okay, like, are you someone who wants to kick up the bum? You know, like ask people what they need, because some people really need that. Some people will go, Jane, can you message me every day going, what are you doing? And that's what I'll do. I'll be like, right, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing today? So actually lock in with your team and find out what they want. But like I said, have fun, build a community. And this is something that we really, really focus on. So we do a monthly event, whether it is a cocktail night, whether it's a meal out, whether it's a bowling night, you know, keep it really, really fun. But what we do is we kill two birds with one stone. So we'll put it out to the team as it's a team building night, but we'll also put it out to our customers out on our Facebook as a opportunity or a product event. Literally, guys, it can just be a table of products absolutely everywhere. It doesn't need to be fancy, it doesn't need to be glam, it doesn't need to be ticketed. And you know what the best thing is? If no one comes, it doesn't matter at all. You can still use it as training. We always still go live because, again, usually if you're doing it in a pub or something, there's plenty of atmosphere noise. So when you're going live, people are like, oh, right, there's loads of people there. We can hear loads of noise. It doesn't matter. So you can do your product, you can do your, you know, your product live, you can do your business journey live. But you really utilize that time, but lock in with your team and have so much fun. So like I say, we do cocktail nights. We did a beach day last week. That was super fun. Again, it's summer holidays, so get the kids involved. We've done barbecues. Just get your team together. Build yourself a community, not a team. And encourage your team. Like we said, sometimes incentivizing your team is great, but sometimes people like a little bit of competing. Sometimes people like a little bit of like, oh, I'm going to see if I can do that first. So in my team chat at month end, we always do an order countdown tracker. So we start at 30 and we go right down to 0. And everybody who hits 30, 20, 10 or 0, we get everybody to do a funny GIF. So in the chat, it will be like 29, it will be a funny GIF. There's always loads. But the people who hit 30, 20, 10 and 0 will win a little prize. It might be a notebook for B&M that I pop in the post. It might be a gin and tonic, you know, a Lidl's gin and tonic can or anything like that, just like a little goodie bag. They don't have to be expensive, but again, everybody loves a little bit of fun mail. It's, again, something great to post about. But people love it. Everybody's in the team, like when it gets down to coming up to that next 0 number, everyone's like, oh, who's going to get that next? So it's great. It doesn't have to cost you anything, guys. Sometimes I'll do spot prizes as well. So I'll be like, right, happy Saturday, guys. Everybody who goes live today, I'm going to put you into a draw to win something. Everybody who does a workout today, I'm going to do that. Just do fun incentivizes to make everybody work as well. And like I say, it doesn't have to be expensive. Obviously, you can do a monthly incentive. I always do a monthly incentive, but again, to drive everybody at the minute and for the next 18 months and new starters, again, while we've got the £1 sign up, what I've started doing is I've started to do a new starter incentive. So for any new team that join each month that hit over 300 PV, they go into a incentive to win something. So that's great, because what it means is if you're signing up a new team in there hitting 300 PV, you're going to get points for Rio. Fantastic. We like that. But it also means that when people are getting to 300, you can say to them, do you know what? You're nearly halfway to Partner Plus. And they go, oh, that was quite easy. I'll keep going. So we found doing like a new starter incentive has worked really, really well. Also, a mid-month incentive, because all my team go, I hate the middle of the month. No one buys, no one joins my team. So doing a middle of the month incentive as well works really, really well. So again, look at your team, look at your business. Where does everyone dip off as well? You know, everybody's always game at the start of the month. Everybody's game at the end of the month, but sometimes in the middle of the month, everybody goes missing. So think about just changing up your incentives as well. Again, we've done things like weekends away, team retreats. Again, pick things that's really going to push your team. Don't just give incentives away. Obviously, it's coming out of your pocket, but don't just give incentives away. Look at what you also need in your business, but look at also what your team need in your business. And then really simple things like a well done or a card in the post or a shout out post. a PB qualifiers call. I know lots of the leaders do a PB qualifiers call, and it's something that I've started to do for my team as well. And then like a PB qualifiers dinner at the end of the year. Anybody who's hit PB a certain amount of times over the year. I think this was one that John told me about, actually, doing like a PB qualifiers dinner at the end of the year. Again, certificates, we always do this. So in December, we always do a Christmas quiz. And actually, it started off as just being a team Christmas quiz on Zoom, but we've really utilized it now. So at Valentine's Day, we actually opened it up into our customer group, and we were like, who wants to get together Valentine's Day on Zoom? And it was great because we got all of our customers into our team community, and everyone saw how crazy we were and how much fun we had. And actually, we had a lot of people sign up off the back of doing a customer quiz, and everybody loved it. I think it was like, you win whichever person wins the quiz wins a pouch of shake. Also as well, we slide in a nice Juice Plus section. So usually it'd be like, you know, general knowledge and funny things, but we put in a nice Juice Plus quiz. Again, things like what's the biggest bonus you can get in Juice Plus? Because then people who are customers going, oh wow, really? This is good. But it's just showing your community and getting people together. Star qualifier posts, they cost you absolutely nothing. But again, everybody's like, oh, what's a star qualifier? The amount of times customers or people on my Facebook will go, what is a star qualifier? So a star qualifier, anyone who doesn't know, in your virtual office, when you've got team, it will tell you how many orders people have placed. So for example, I do a 3, a 5, a 9, a 10, like 10. You can do whatever you want, but I'll literally be like, shout out to our 3-star qualifiers. And everybody loves it. And again, it creates intrigue into your business, but everybody likes the well done. I cannot like stress enough just how important it is. And what had I got here? Because I don't want to miss anything off. Certificates as well. Like I said, when we do our Christmas quiz, I'll do a certificate for people. So it will be a top recruiter, or it will be a top salesperson, or the hardest worker, or the most consistent person as well. But get to events, guys. I cannot stress enough the whole thing of getting to events, and always lead from the front. Like I always say this, no one in my team will outwork me. I literally always lead from the front, and you can't expect your team to do anything that you're not doing. So if you're saying to people, follow this DMO, go live, make sure you're exercising, make sure you're eating well, and you're not doing it, your team aren't going to do it. You know, they're going to do what you're doing. So really, really stress, like you have got to be leading from the front. And duplication. If you're doing all this, if you're onboarding your team correctly, they're going to onboard their team correctly, and it's just going to be duplication and duplication. So yeah, that is what I've got down. I just spammed through my notes.
Absolutely outstanding, Jane. Thank you so much, guys. Give it up for Jane. In the chat, let us know what your number one key point was. What was the thing that you can do right now? One thing that you can implement straight away. I've got some great notes, and I've heard a phrase today that I've never heard in my whole 40 years on planet Earth. I've heard the phrase hate mail quite a few times, because you always hear about people on the news getting hate mail. But I've never heard the phrase fun mail. I love it. I absolutely love it. I was like, yes, fun mail. How cool is that? And I love the weekly incentive idea as well. I just want to shout out Jane too for always being at events. You know, straight after lockdown, we did the Birmingham event, and Jane was there. And I'll never forget the conversation. I literally walked down the stairs and seen Jane. She was like, I've driven up all the way from Cornwall. It took us 6 hours, got stuck in traffic, but this is my year. I'm going for NMD. And within about 12 months, you literally made that happen. And it's just incredible, the effort and energy that you put in, and the one-to-one meetings, the get-togethers. And, you know, there's never an excuse with you. There's always a reason why you can attend, why you can do something. And the event that we did in Cornwall, was it last month? We, you know, little cool things like a pint of cider on arrival, right? Really cool stuff. And you can get a picture of it. And we just had an absolute ball. So events are the future, guys. They are the glue that holds it all together. As Ernesto said right at the beginning, getting people together, having fun, friendships, creating community is the key. So guys, give it up for Jane in the chat. Thank you so much. You're a star. I am going to share these events now, guys, just before we get our next speaker on. So I wasn't going to share it when Danny was speaking. I did it by accident. So I was meant to apologize. So here it is. The Only Way is Success event. It is going to be mind-blowing. It is in Billericay, Essex. I mean, I've not been to Essex for a long, long time, so I can't wait to bring a bit of Bolton and some bad jokes to Essex and have a laugh down there with the crew. Hayley's event, Carly's going to be there, Sharon, Constance, Danny, and myself, and it's open to absolutely everybody. If anyone's got the link, I don't have it to hand at the minute. If you could share it in the chat, that would be amazing. Okay, so that is The Only Way is Success. Get a picture of that. I'll be putting these in the 500 Grow Your Check group as well. Then the next one that we have coming up, the next event is the event that Erin's put together in London, central London, the Success Summit, the end of summer Success Summit. And everything is all about the road to Brighton. And we're going to hear from Jamie Lee in a little while about that. So get yourself to this event. If we can put the link in the chat, get a screenshot of this as well. You can scan to get the tickets. I don't think there's many tickets left for this one. So let's load it up. It's a full day event, a meet and mingle at the beginning, success stories from the summer, training tips. There's going to be a health panel. There's going to be some top people there, actually, product-wise, some legends in the business, and then an after party to celebrate. Everyone loves a JP after party, right? And then the last one that I'm going to share with you is the Back to Business, because, and we're doing business right now, don't get me wrong, but the reason that we put this event on is because I knew it'd be difficult with the summer holidays, kids being off, for people to get to a live event in August. So let's utilize the tools that we've got. We didn't have this years ago. We didn't have Zoom before 2015, but now we can do these calls and it feels like we're all sat together. So we've got the Back to Business event. I've actually got the link for this one, so I can share it in the chat. Here it is, 1 second. Get on this one, guys. People are flying in for it. It's going to be amazing. Really, really cool to get this event roadshow. It's kind of like a mini roadshow when you think about it. In September, you've got London, you've got Essex, you've got Birmingham. It's right there for you guys. Make the effort. Fill your cars and bring your stars. I'll say it again. Fill your cars and bring your stars, because these are the things that will build your business, give you that laptop lifestyle, give you that lifestyle that you don't need a vacation from, right? You can do what you want, whenever you want, with who you want, because of the freedom that this opportunity gives you. Okay, our next speaker is having an incredible year, flying, absolutely flying in the business, smashing it out the park, qualified for the Thailand incentive, hit 39 club, and is very, very close to hitting another amazing promotion. So guys, give it up in the chat for the incredible Kira McArdle. I know you've got to leg it to go to a meeting, so I'm glad it has all worked out how it's meant to be with the timing. So go for it. Over to you. Thank you so much.
So sorry, I'm a little bit red. I've been rushing around because, like I said, I'm off to a business meeting soon. But yeah, this is called Creating Massive Growth, my section, and I just want to be really honest with everybody and just tell you guys that maybe if you've just started this business, that these are really key points to put on, or maybe if your business has dipped, or maybe you've not been having the best time in business now. Yeah, I'm having incredible success, but I actually want to take you back to December and January to where my business was. I'm always very open and honest, you know, it's not all plain sailing, but it's so worth it because I'm sat here now with the biggest grin on my face, you know, going for IMD this month. Again, we go again. So, you know, I just want to be really open and honest that back in December and January, like outside of Nesh's leg, my business dropped massively. I lost so many people. It was literally like, I felt like everyone was coming for me. I'd wake up in the morning, they'd be like, I'm leaving. And then another day, I'm leaving. And I was just like, why is this happening to me? You know, and I was just sat there throwing myself such a pity party. And I just couldn't understand why people was leaving. And, you know, it's business, it happens. Whatever business you'll be in, people will always leave. It's just business. But I had 2 legs, so I dropped down from like having 6, 7 legs. If you're pretty new, you might not understand that, but you know, that was kind of my structure. And I was left with 2 legs. And I literally thought, oh my God, my business has never dipped so much. What am I going to do? Like, how am I going to bring this back? And it's scary. Like, outside of Nesh, and I want to talk numbers as well, like some of you may not understand this, but it will make sense down the line if you've just started. Outside of Nesh, my pay line was £7,000, less than an SSC business outside of Nesh. And I was heartbroken. I was like, oh my God, like, what am I going to do? My business has never dropped like this. And, you know, like what Stevie spoke about stacking, like, you know, you stack the things, basically the negatives. And that's what I was doing, the stacking the L's. And I was just like, oh God, my nana's just got diagnosed with cancer, terminal. I had to leave my home. My relationship broke down. Everything was just so bad at the time. And I was kind of looking at all the bad things and not focusing on the fact that actually, you know, I could bring this back. My clubs was the lowest, and I just kept looking at all the negatives. So if you're ever in a negative space, I want you to start looking at what you have got and not what you don't have. So I made a decision. It was, and this is something that I say a lot to my team, it's sink or swim. I am not going to sink ever. It's not in my blood. It's not in my DNA. Like, I was swimming and I was going to make this happen no matter what. I didn't care how I had to do it, what I had to do. I just wasn't going to fail. And that was that. So, you know, I've always recruited really well. So people looking from the outside, they might have thought, oh, you recruit loads of people. But it's like I was attracting not the right people as well. I was recruiting probably 10 people and then they blocked me. And I was like, why? Like, why does everyone hate me? Again, looking at the pity party. So I decided not to look left and right. That's the first thing that I did. I didn't look left. I didn't look right. I didn't look at all these new companies popping up going. I just thought, you know what? I need to focus on my team, my girls, my business, my mindset, and I need to sort this out. And I've done it once, I can do it again. So again, what Jane said, I created massive momentum from nothing. I woke up one morning and I was like, sort your shit out. I cancelled my pity party. And I just said to myself, I am going to create the biggest momentum that I've ever created ever. And I'm going to do it with what I've got, because I've got an incredible team. And I'm going to make this a year to remember, no matter what. So first things first, John announced Thailand. So that was like, anything that you see right now, it's an incentive, use that to drive you. So if you see something like Rio, use that. I was just like, right, I'm going to be the first person. And I told everyone, I said it to everyone. I said it to Nesh, I said it to Emma, I said to Stevie, I'm going to be the first person. I said it to John when he announced it, I will qualify first, no matter what. It's done. So that was a decision I made. So I had to work on my clubs. Clubs is bringing people in, getting them to obviously SP reconfirmed. So I just really went on a mission with recruiting, but showing up better, recruiting the right people. So if you want better, you have to be better. If you want something you never had, you have to do something you've never done. So I started creating massive momentum. I went out, I got the orders, I got the teammates, I led by example. I was in inboxes, I lowered my DMO, and I started doing more income producing activities, getting into people's inboxes, messaging my story views, messaging people in the op group, chasing my likes more, adding more people, creating more content, doing reels, doing lives, doing whatever the hell it took to get someone to message me, to be in people's inboxes. And I was just like, I'm going to make this happen. And at the beginning, it's like tumbleweed. You're like, oh, is this coming? But I knew, like, I had honestly such a bulletproof mindset. Like, I just knew, I was like, just keep on going. Like, it doesn't matter if you're not seeing nothing. Like, you know, you day you plant the seed, that flower ain't going to start, you know, bursting out. It does not happen. So I just started creating that momentum, getting the orders, leading by example. And then I dug deep into people. So I looked at the people that was left. I looked through my reports. Who can I really work with here? Who actually really wants it? Who's showing up every day? Even if they want to make £100 a month, like, I'm just going to be there with them. So I started digging deep in people and started really putting like that extra effort into my team. I didn't look at myself, didn't look about what I was doing. It was more, right, how can I get my team into the next position? Blinkers on, looking at how to get people to the next position. So working really close with people. So I was looking at people's businesses, what they was doing, what they was posting, how, and this is massive as well. If you've got anyone on your team, push them out their comfort zones. I promise you that's where growth happens. So, you know, my team will know, like, I get them things to do things they don't really want to do quite a lot, but then they thank me for it. At the beginning, they probably think, like, why is she doing this to me again? But it's so worth it, because, you know, when they do it and they actually realize I can do this, it creates like a massive sense of belief. So I was doing all this for like the first 2 to 3 months, and then I started to see the magic happen. So I think within 12 weeks, I was back up to 5 PB legs. I would qualify for Thailand. So then it was like the momentum was there even more, the belief was there even more. I just knew that it was going to happen. So I started looking at leadership positions outside, you know, of Nesh, and looking what I could create, because if you don't know this, to go IMD, obviously there's a split. So you have to get a certain amount of pay line outside of your legs. So I started looking at other leaders that I could build outside, as well as obviously focusing on like Nesh and the IMD team there. So I started to really get a structure and treating it like, I would say this year, a proper business. Like, if you want this to be, if you want to go PMD and you want this to be like your future, your forever, you really need to look at it like a proper business. Look at the structure, like get a strategy. If you're not sure how to do this, go and speak to your upline and ask them, like, you know, how can I create a big team? How can I get people into these positions? Because if you want to go like PMD, you're going to have to do this. It has to be, it's a must. So I started creating new calls, which I would say, if you're someone that does want to go to the top and you really, really want to make this work, look at what you're doing today and try and do it better. So look at what calls you're doing. Can you do more? Can there be more variety? What can you do for your team? I started doing new incentives, really creating a hype in the team chat. You know, really creating, like, I've always done sale countdowns, and it works really well because people like just want to get the sale down to like 0. So creating bigger incentives, investing in my business, putting a bit of money into my business and creating amazing incentives. So my team are really driven and excited. And then when they recruit someone, they're excited. Oh my God, I can win £100 this month. Oh my God, I could win a spa trip. Oh my God, I could win all my beauty paid for a month. Or, you know, it could be a personalized suitcase, just something. And it's attractive as well to bring new team members in. And then I got a new mindset. Gratitudes for me, I've always thought like, yeah, do your gratitudes, but I used to think it's so stupid, like sitting there saying I am grateful. I used to feel really stupid. But I got this book called recently as well, 31 Days of Gratitude. Been using it for the last couple of months. It's helped me so much. It's by Mort Tweedy. And just actually, again, focusing on the positives and not the negatives in your business, in life in general, like looking actually, like, you cannot be negative when you're sat there thinking about something that's positive. You can't do two at once. So you can't sit there saying like, I am so grateful that I've got an amazing car that's so reliable, and thinking that shit car, like it just doesn't, you know, it doesn't happen. So I started getting into a new mindset, and also doing that with my team. So looking at my team's mindset, how can I help them improve personal development, self-development, new groups? So thinking out the box. So I created something called a daily IPA group, which was a daily income producing activity group. So it was where you had to do non-negotiables of income producing activities. Pretty ruthless. You didn't do it, you're out. You only get one strike. But it actually created so much momentum, excitement, and actually discipline through the team, because people didn't want to be booted out. And in the end, I actually came away from that. Like, I started like delegating that down to team and leaders, and they started running this, and it worked really well. Also as well, doing boot camps, like doing boot camps, Partner Plus, SP, SC. I've got at the moment a leaders boot camp, which is any of my SCs above, that I'm basically showing them everything that a leader should be doing, and setting them challenges outside their comfort zones, again, to grow them as a person. So just thinking a bit out of the box about different things and what you want to do. And, you know, we faced new obstacles as this was happening, pop-up companies, that load of crap, you know, and they came up, and I just didn't care, like, go, I lost a couple more people, don't care, go again, you know, and just keeping that vision and that focus, and knowing that you can do it no matter what. And I think the biggest thing for anyone is you've got to have, and I'm guilty of this sometimes, is self-belief. Like, I'm not going to sit and tell you my self-belief is 100% perfect, because sometimes, yesterday I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I'm so close to IMD. Oh my God, can I do this? Can I actually do this? Oh my God, it's so close. And I was freaking out. And then I was like, no, you can do this. And it's normal, but just bring your self back down to earth and just tell yourself, like, why can I not do this? You've seen all these people on these calls with success today. Why can you not be the next person? Like, there's no difference in all of us. Like, we've just got to work. And I truly believe getting to work and taking massive action is what gets you here. So, you know, duplication as well. Everything you know, everything you learn, you need to literally duplicate that down. You need to duplicate that down throughout your teams, throughout their teams. And, you know, the biggest success, obviously, within the team was Nesh going IMD. You know, me and Nesh work so close in business. She's got the most incredible team. She's got obviously Kelly, who's NMD in the business. And, you know, everything we do, like we work as one big team and we duplicate everything. We chuck ideas around and we just try and always look at what we can improve on as a business, as a team, to duplicate. Like, we're always working all the time. I mean, me and Nesh did a Zoom call last month and we was like, right, what can we do in the summer months, in the winter months? What can we do? Like, and we're already working on things that we can do in December, because we want to duplicate that down. We want to keep that excitement. We want to keep that momentum. And I would say, like, find someone within your business that you can work really hard with, and someone that's really like positive and just inspiring, and just someone you can really bounce from, and you know that they're never like not going to show up as well. And sometimes I know at the beginning, like, I find it hard to find that person, but they will come along. And when you find that person, like, I love doing business, but I love doing business for my team, and especially Nesh, she's like a sister to me. So, you know, having that duplication and then people to like pull it down and just funnel it through the team. Everything, you know, just drip feed it through the team. Just teach people the same structure, whatever works. Like, teach it down and do it over and over again. Don't change it. Once it works, don't rewrite the book. Do not rewrite the book. What we do is really easy. We go out, we get orders, we get teammates, we create momentum, excitement, and we blow up. That's what you need to do. And again, like I said about growing leaders, just growing people into that next position. So my mission was, I wanted new SCs, and I went and got 3 new SCs within 2 months. I was like, I want new SCs. That's what I want. I want new leaders. And I went and did it. Make a decision, say you're doing it, make yourself accountable, and just do it. Don't think how, where, why, when, because that's when you start to think, oh my God, like, oh, you know, like me yesterday. Don't do that, because it's just a slippery hole. Just get it done. And also, you know, I think as well, looking at your business and seeing how you can grow outside of big people, like I touched on earlier, like IMD, you have to grow outside of big legs. And that's been a big lesson for me. And I've never got comfy. I've never got complacent, because I always work hard. But sometimes when you get massive success, like I did last year, I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, yeah, I'm literally flying, like, woo. And I probably did get a little bit complacent. I don't know. I probably did by even just saying that, but you need to constantly be working. Like, you need to constantly be working. You need to be growing. You need to be recruiting. You need to be getting people to Partner Plus, SP, SC, QSSC. I've got Emma Morris that's going for SSC this month. Like, incredible. Like, you've probably heard her story. She's changed her business, like, her mindset, her business, everything. Like, that girl is just due to reconfirm month 3 QSSC, probably going to do it on Monday, no doubt. And she's going for SSC this month. She's got incredible fire, momentum. She's worked on her mindset. She's currently doing 75 hard. I'm so proud of her. And again, she's grown as a person. She's evolved as a person. And now she's going SSC in the months where people say it's not busy. It's busy, guys. It's as busy as you make it. So, you know, I think the massive lesson on creating massive growth is you make a decision, you get a plan, you go for it. Don't look left, don't look right. Don't expect on day one it's all going to be amazing, because it's not. There's going to be bumps, there's going to be jumps, it's going to be everything. But ride the waves and just know, like, I hit club 39. My clubs were like 14 or something, like in January. Like, that's insane. I'm going club 50. I'm going IMD this month. I'm putting it out there. I'm doing the lot. Like, I'm going PMD next year. I'm doing everything and whatever it takes. And it's never going to be a plain journey for me. And I know that, like, and you have to accept that it's not always going to be easy. But are you cut out for it? Are you prepared for it? And are you going to just make the steps and just keep your head in the game and, you know, work on yourself just as much as you work on your business? And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Amazing, Kira. Thank you so much. I absolutely love what you said right at the start. Massive momentum from nothing. Who feels like they've got a return on the engine and just build that momentum from nothing right now. And Kira's just giving you a step-by-step guide on how to do it. Like, decide that you're going to do it, make that decision, build a plan, and then stick to it. So many times we talk about 30-day game plans, 90-day game plans, and people don't even make it to day 3 or day 9. It's like they get excited on a Monday, oh, I'm going to do this. And then by the time Friday turns up, they've already thrown it in the bin. And there are going to be distractions. There are going to be bumps in the road. There's tons of them. Look at what we've been through as a society over the last few years. But you roll with the punches and you adapt. And one thing I just want to say as well, and we've talked about events a lot, but Kira's another one that is always at events, always on calls, always putting herself forward to speak, always putting herself forward to, you know, take over a call if need be. I'm happy to speak on that. I'll be at the event. I'm bringing my girls. I'll be at the after party, always having fun as well. So it's no secret, and, you know, it's no coincidence that when you show up, remember at school, and they used to say, attenders are achievers. That's what my teacher used to say to me when I got caught wagging it, right? John, attenders are achievers. And it is the same in this business. If you're attending the calls, if you're attending the events, you're going to get the good stuff. And if you keep going enough, eventually the penny will drop and it will sink in. So maybe that little mission there, massive momentum from nothing, is where you make that decision to not wait until September. Start now. Take action from now. Build your plan. Get your vision board redone. Reset your goals. Get your schedule in place. Pick an event that you're going to go to. And you know what? You could have that massive growth that Kira's just had. So, guys, give it up for Kira in the chat. Give us your number one takeaway. What was the one thing, the one tip that you got from that presentation? And Kira, thank you so much. I know you've got to leg it out the door now. So safe travels, and we will see you very, very soon. Okay, let's move on to our next speaker, the amazing Jamie Lee. And again, she's got a meeting. You can put 2 and 2 together who's meeting up with who. So they're both rushing out the door. So Jamie, thank you so much for you to getting on the call today. For those of you that don't know Jamie, she is head of Northern Europe. Been with the company a few months, making an immediate impact, and just been amazing. Thank you so much for all your support and the changes that you've made so far. So can you take it away? But before you do, just tell the guys who maybe don't know you a little bit about why you joined the Juice Plus company.
Yeah, sure. Hi, everybody. This is amazing. I must say, I feel very inspired. I feel very kind of my cup's been filled, let's say, because I think things like this are so important to bring people together. I think the reason, I think we'll go back to your question, John. Part of the reason why I joined Juice Plus, my previous company was also around direct selling and network marketing. And I love the element of working with really inspirational people who want to make a difference in their lives and their families' lives. And I wanted to find a company that still kind of lived by that mission and by that motto. And, you know, not only about products, but also just around people, because I'm such a people person. I love to be around people. I love to hear stories about people, and I love to see how we can all have an impact with people to be able to better their lives. So that's part of the reason why I joined Juice Plus back in April. So I'm kind of into my 5th month, let's say. I feel like I've been here for 5 years sometimes, and other minutes I feel like I've been here 5 minutes. But it's been an adventure, definitely. And for me today, I'm not here to take too much time, but I just wanted to kind of come on board to say hi to everyone if I've not met you yet. I look forward to seeing you at some point, and I hope obviously what I get to talk about in a second is where I get to see you, if not before then. But I just want to really kind of share some wins that we've had over the last sort of 4 months, because I think at times people can definitely feel that you know, business can be a little bit challenging, or we've obviously heard a lot of news about other things externally going on. But I think the key focus is what we've done here in terms of some key successes. And I'm not going to bore you with loads of detail, but the kind of key things that stand out to me is back when I joined in April, in May, we had our 2 power days, which were amazing in Dublin and obviously in Birmingham. So John jot in the chat if you came to one of those power days and what you thought about it, because it just shows you the power of these events, both online and in person. And kind of the key things that stand out for me in terms of any of those events are community, inspiration, and fulfillment. Those are the three key words that I think of whenever I go to an event. What things can we do to inspire people? How can you feel inspired? How can we make it a community? How do you spend time really getting to know one another, getting to hear people's story and feel relatable and feel kind of in a safe space to be able to share? And fulfillment, you want to leave these calls, you want to leave the events feeling really fulfilled and kind of that fire back in your belly that you want to go and do something. We had the amazing Tropical relaunch. So again, jot in the chat if you love Tropical. So thank you to everyone that really joined our Zoom call. We kind of brought it alive. We had some amazing sales come through with that. We also had some great success with some promotions that we had when we launched the Perform offer that we've currently got at the moment. Secret is that next week we will be potentially ending this offer next week, because our stock levels are nearly reached in terms of what we want. So if you've got any orders waiting or any customers that are on the fence, please make sure you use this weekend and early next week, because otherwise you may run out of this offer and they may not be able to take advantage of it. But that's been a huge success. So nearly 25% of our sales that have come through have featured this free Perform offer. And I think it's a great way to then be able to bring back conversations, to go back to your customers, to understand what they feel and what they think about it. So again, it gives you opportunities to go and talk to your customers, for yourself to try products, and obviously be able to share stories and testimonials of how it makes you feel and what it is that it's done for you. We've had over 200 achievers in Northern Europe for our Rio Stage 1. So a massive shout out to everybody that has hit Stage 1 of the Rio qualification. And I cannot wait to be able to celebrate you guys at our convention. We have had over the last 4 months, on average, over 100 promotions each month throughout those 4 months. So again, in terms of when people think summertime is a little bit quieter, like it's, you know, to Kira's point, it really shows the power of what you can be doing and kind of surrounding yourself with like-minded people, all after different goals, all after the same mission, and what can be done in that time frame. So a massive, massive congrats. If that's anyone on the call that has promoted within those months, you are the people that I'm shouting out. So a huge well done to each and every one of you. And then lastly, which is what I'm going to kind of share a tiny bit about, is about convention. So please throw in the chat if you've brought your ticket to come to our convention in the sunny Brighton on the 28th of October. We are so excited. It's my first one, and I'm genuinely really excited, because I think taking on Power Day, if we amplify that times 10, obviously that's the kind of power. I'm loving to seeing everyone in the chat. Thank you. Excited to see you. And can you believe it? It literally is 10 weeks today. So 70 days away we are from convention. I give myself a heart attack whenever I say that, because I don't feel like I'm prepared. But it will be amazing. And obviously we will bring the party. You will bring your energy, your enthusiasm. And like I said, you will bring that kind of community spirit to really bring everyone together. So I kind of just want to say the key things for those of you who haven't been. I can see Madeline saying it's her first convention too. So I'm excited to see you. What you can expect at convention, obviously there's going to be an abundance of stories, real hard hitting fun facts, fun tips and tricks in terms of how people have really successfully grown their business. Thank you, John, for sharing. We are going to obviously be making sure that you feel that you take away kind of key things. There's going to be light bulb moments, hopefully, that you hear, that you can really put into practice and really go and deliver the business. You're going to have a powerhouse of leaders standing who have stood this test of time with the business. So we've got some key speakers that have, you know, kind of really built their business over a long period of time. So we really want to look at the longevity of, you know, this business, and kind of talking about products, talking about their experience, and kind of the roller coaster journey that obviously comes through it. But what underlies all of that is their mission and their passion in terms of this business and the products. We're going to have panels, we're going to have stories, like I said, so there's going to be a whole heap of conversations and community building in terms of hearing from partners. We've also got some head office team, the company team that will be coming in to share. So the guy that kicked off this morning, the fabulous Ernesto, will also be kicking off our conference in true uplift style. So Ernesto will be there, obviously doing his piece as well. So definitely we'll be bringing the passion. We've also got the amazing Shay O'Brien. If any of you guys know you probably hear his name everywhere at the moment, but he also will be coming as his, I'm going to say, favourite market is UK and Ireland. So he gets to come to everything we do. So we'll show lots of love for Shay, who's obviously been around since the day of born of Juice Plus. We've got Astra, who is our incredible person that looks after our Tower Garden. So again, if you want to hear more things around what Tower Garden is, here's some top tips around how it is that they've, some partners have introduced it into the business. She will also be sharing. And then obviously we'll have some business updates in terms of what the vision is and how and where we see the business going into the future. So there's tons and tons of stories. The biggest thing, which I'm sure you're all excited for, is there will be loads of recognition, loads of celebration. You will typically lose your voice at some point, I am sure, from screaming and shouting so much. And there will be tons of time again where you can mingle with amongst other people before, during the break. We'll have some fun activities. So it's real good fun element. So I kind of just wanted to share the key things that you can expect. We'll also do some teasers. So at the end, I may share some fun things that will be coming up in the future. I may share a save the date and maybe where the next convention will be, which is kind of the big hook is all I'm going to say. So I don't want to share it now because I get too excited and I say things that I shouldn't. So and John's a bad one because he makes me tell people stuff and I should be keeping secrets. So I'm just going to leave that bit there because I don't want to ruin it. So please come to convention to hear these things. For any of the Rio achievers that we've got on the call, again, you guys will have your special recognition on stage. You will have your special experience. So you get an experience with us at the i360 before the rest of the party starts, where we will bring you into the i360 in Brighton. It's not on one of these pictures, but it's the tall tower that obviously goes up into the sky, 200 odd feet. And that will be a specific ride that we have basically into the sky. We will celebrate your achievements for stage one, and then we come back down and then the doors will open. You have early access into the main party, and then everybody else will join who's bought a party ticket as well. Obviously there's a Halloween theme if you want to get dressed up. If not, obviously come as you please. That's the whole point. It's just to really enjoy yourself and for us again to really build that community that we talk about. And we will dance the night away. And I believe the clocks go back an hour, and I need to work out what time that is because we might get to party for an extra hour, who knows. So fun times ahead. So that is kind of it from me. And I just want to kind of say from some of the key messages that I've heard for today, thank you. Two things. I think one is the key benefit you guys have and this business has is that experience and that personalization that you can give to all of your customers and to your team. What type of business, for those of you who work in jobs, how often can you really personalize an experience for someone that you work with? You get to talk about experience, you get to talk about your personal experience, you get to talk about your team's experience, and you get to be able to, package up and make something for someone to make them feel really special and to make them feel, that they can benefit from whatever it is that their goals are or what it is that they've shared with you. And that's a real knack to have, to be able to deliver. But more importantly, that's something a skill that you have to be able to go out and give people because someone gave you that. And whether that's sharing the business opportunity and, being able to change someone's life in that respect, or whether it's the product journey and again, being able to change someone's life in that respect, there's different ways in which you can element, but that is all within your control. I think definitely surrounding yourself, with like-minded people. Everyone on this call, firstly, I want to say a massive well done, because the hardest part sometimes is showing up. And to come on this call today and spend time, and I've seen people busy writing notes down and chatting amongst yourselves in the group. It's honestly amazing to see, because you are the future of this business and you are the people we really want to spend time with. So a huge well done for coming on. And more importantly for me, it's being able to connect yourself with everyone else on this call. And thirdly, you get out what you put into this business. So that's the other thing I will say. If you want to do the progression, if you want to kind of, really hit those bonuses, hit those positions, then you can do that. You need to believe in yourself first and foremost, but secondly, it's just about really putting in the effort, and obviously you will then reap the rewards. My one action I would love for all of you to do, because I could see how many people have put in the chat, is after this meeting today, I would love for you to share a convention story on your socials, or I would love for you to just share why you're excited to come to convention if you're like me and it's your first time. I would love for us to flood social with all of those stories and really encourage people, if they're a bit on the fence, why it's important to come to convention and what they can expect to get out of it. And you're kind of the key leading people for that, for those of you who've been before, to be able to share those stories. So that's kind of the key bits for me. And sorry, John, one more thing, because I keep saying I've finished, but I haven't. You will see an email that's probably landed in your inbox in the last half an hour. So we have got a little incentive that is running from today up until month end. So we know that you guys love, obviously, the chance of winning some merchandise. Some of you may have seen some posts from obviously when we did the tropical incentive, and there was a bunch of merchandise up for grabs. So for anyone who's seen any of those photos, I think I saw Ross, and I know I've seen Sharon on the call as well, tag us. Amazing. There was a rucksack, there was some water bottles, some product, some notebooks, etc. We've got a similar thing up for grabs. So just wanted to say, please go and check your emails. At 12 o'clock, an email will have landed to tell you that there is a chance to win some merchandise. So we actually have 15 prizes up for grabs. 5 of them are merchandise bundles, and 10 of them are the chance to win one of our famous little little shakers. And all you simply need to do between today and the end of the month, so Thursday, the 31st of August, is put on 3 new customer orders. If you do that, you get a ticket entry into a draw to be able to win one of those 15 bundles. The more you do, the more chances you get of winning, because if you go on to do an additional 3, so 6 orders in total, you get an extra ticket into the draw. So every time you do accumulation of 3 orders on top of the original 3, you get another ticket. And obviously more tickets entered, more chance of you winning one of those bundles. And we will obviously do the draw and be able to announce the winners in early September. So all of the detail is on the email. I won't keep you for it, but please go and have a look. I'm sure everyone, thanks Emma, loves some merchandise. And I will say there is one of our little famous rucksacks in there. So if you want a nice little backpack to put all your stuff in, please feel free to go and have a look. And I just want to say again, John, huge thank you for having me on, and it's been lovely to kind of speak to you all, and I look forward to seeing you soon. So thank you.
Amazing, Jamie. Thank you so much, guys. Give it up for Jamie in the chat. Absolutely amazing. And thank you for all your support, and thanks for getting on this call on a Saturday as well, because I know it's your day off. So guys, get involved in that incentive. You know, it is really, really important that we utilize these things. And you know, the main thing for me with conventions and these incentives is diving in, right? Giving it everything that you've got, but doing it with your group, doing it with your team. It's so much fun when it's with other people. You can have accountability buddies. You can share wins. If someone needs a little bit of a pick-me-up, you can give them that. And these are little things to go through each and out of the month. So get on there, guys. It's going to be absolutely huge. So thanks again, Jamie, for getting on. Guys, we are going to do one little thing. I've got a reward for you. Just had a little message. I've got a special guest that is going to join the call at the end. So hang in there, because this is a reward for you guys for staying with it, for sticking with this call to the very, very end. All right, there's a little special guest coming on. So we are now going to move over the Atlantic, stateside. This girl has got up at 4 o'clock this morning to get on the call, and she's an absolute rock star over in Cornwall last month, and it was so good to see her, and I know the team were absolutely blown away. Katie, I'm going to ask you a few things really, and it might get a bit emotional, this call, because this business has been your backbone, hasn't it, throughout for over a decade now. So I know we've had some amazing tips on customer base and building a team and recruitment and staying with it. But what is it like to be part of the Juice Plus company, and how has that helped you over the years, and why are you so grateful for what this opportunity has given you?
Well, hi everyone, first of all, and yeah, I've already started crying, so grab a tissue. Gosh, where do I even start? I mean, it's really been the backbone for many years, really. You know, for definitely the last decade. And I started off this business. For those who don't know me, I'm Katie. I now live here in Florida, hopefully not for long. But I'm just this quiet little village girl from Helmshire, Rosendale, Lancashire. And I left school with very little grades. I didn't really know where my direction was going in life. You know, I had dreams and goals, and even when I was show jumping horses, I had visions of me living in America, and I don't know why, I didn't know how it would ever happen. And I've always been the biggest advocate of vision, goals, vision boards, and manifestation. And I even knew riding horses that it was, I just wanted to live in America. I don't know, the TV shows, the lifestyle, all of that was just appealed to me. And I went through job to job trying to find something that I could really sink my teeth into, that I could grow, that I could contribute, I could have community. And each job that I went into, I tried to go in there to create that. And it just never happened. Either I got fired, or I was, they pushed me out because they were threatened, and I had all these, bright ideas. And, I was just a go-getter. And then I just kind of fed up of the corporate world and went and worked for my dad, who created a second company. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be the manager for that, and we'll trug along in life. And, at least I'm with my family and with my happy, I'm in my happy space. And I have two backbones to my life, is my family and this business. And my family is my business, and my business is my family, but my family is incredible. And it truly has been the backbone. And even with my own family, giving me a place to put all of my hopes and dreams and I'm going to grow this company with my dad, I'm going to make it happen, and all this stuff. But, selling reversing cameras isn't exactly sexy. I'm like, okay, all right, doing invoices and parts and all this crap. I mean, John actually visited one of my offices that I used to work at, and it's probably the size of my bedroom that I have in Florida right now. And we would try and find any way to trying to get this business going. And we were, if you walked into the office at the time, me and John were doing a guinea pig trial. We had envelopes with capsules all out and bags of complete, it looked like a drug dealer's den for Juice Plus. But we were so determined to make it happen. And that's always been me. I've always been super determined. And it's, again, that's when we talk about backbones, we're going to kind of, each vertebrae, as you want to call it, of the spine, that is part of me. My backbone is I'm so determined. The other part of me is that I have so much vision. The other thing is that I'm so passionate. And I want you to think about going away. What is the backbone to your life and how you show up every single day? Because that is what's going to carry you through when we talk about hard times, which I'll go into in a minute. So fast forward a little bit, I failed my way to the top. I'm going to say that me and John did everything probably that we shouldn't do. And I remember the time where he gave me yellow pages and like call people out yellow pages and beauticians and personal trainers. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I've worked in a call center. I'm not going to go around calling people. And this is the key thing as well, guys, that we try and emphasize so much. And I don't know what it is that you have a personal or mental block around attending events, whatever it is that events, things like this, things that all the flyers that you've seen today, go to them, because I had my two biggest light bulb moments at going to events, which pushed me into the direction that I needed to go. And my business exploded because of it. I was a struggling senior partner for over a year to then, and within a year's time, went national marketing director, went Club 100, and my business went on for the next decade to just grow and grow and grow. And forever is going to be my legacy. So, but it all stemmed from going to an event, and it is massively out of people's comfort zones. I get that. Today, I'm sat here a nervous wreck. I'm so nervous. I haven't been this nervous for probably five or 7 years in speaking, and I don't know what it is. There's just been some shifts lately, but I'm like, oh my God, I'm scared to talk today, which has been the first time ever in a very, very long time. But again, it's the backbone of me in going, I'm just going to face the fear and do it anyway. And this is, again, another part of me that I've built myself into this person. And we all have fears. We all have fears, but we can face, this is what fear means. We can face everything and run, or we can face everything and rise. And I choose every single day through the hardest times in my life that I rise. I get up, I dust myself off, and I rise. And it was the quote that I heard Alex, and again, it was that light bulb moment that Alex shared with me, 12 years ago. And he said, every man and woman will stumble upon an opportunity, but sadly, most of us will get up, dust ourselves off, and walk on by like nothing's ever happened. And that stuck with me. It's like, I'm going to get up and dust myself off every single time. That, the moment I have a setback is another opportunity for a fucking comeback. And that's what you need to use as part of your vertebrae in your backbone, is that every setback is a personal comeback. Make it so personal, your comeback, that it shocks everybody. It shocks everybody. It brings people to tears. They see you walking across the street like, oh my God, she did it. She got through it. He got through it. Like, be that, dust yourselves off and make that comeback personal. So you can face everything and run, or you can face everything and rise, guys. It's up to you. It really is up to you. And if it's meant to be, it's up to me. So yeah, I kind of got off a little bit off track then, but yeah, went through my business. It grew, it expanded. I was on top of the world. I was living my life. I thought I had it all, and then it all crumbled. I went through my first divorce. Yes, my first one. I went through my first divorce, and that knocked me off my seat, and it took me a while to dust myself off and stand back up again. And every time you dust yourself off and get back up again, you just build that resilience, just that little bit more, just that little bit more, a little bit stronger. I hate saying, oh, you're so strong. No queen, no king, you are resilient. Resilience is so much more powerful than strong. Anybody can be strong, but it takes a special individual to be resilient, because it means that you just keep on going. And I just want to play this little song for you that, if you do feel like you can't keep going, I want you to listen to this.
Don't think it's playing, Katie. Hang on. If I make you co-host,
They're not playing.
it's coming in and out. If you might be able to share it through the screen, through the audio.
You know what? I will play it from my phone. You'll be able to hear it easier then. Where is it? It's right here on my playlist, just in case. Let me forward it a little bit. Had the marker timing right and everything. Oh, there we go. I'll turn it up for you guys.
Yeah, it's not having it, Katie. It doesn't want to play it.
Never mind.
You'll have to share it in the chat. Share it in the chat.
I will share it in the chat. Yeah. Anyway, the song goes, if you're going through hell, keep on going. If you're scared, don't show it. And again, sometimes the fear of what we're going through at that moment in time, it can show. And the best thing you can do if you are going through difficult times is to not show it. And I know sometimes that's very, very difficult to do. Trust me, it's the most difficult thing is to keep showing up even when you don't feel like it. But I promise you, when you do, it gives you more fulfillment, more joy. And it's almost kind of like a bit of a distraction away from the things that you were going through. And certainly going through my second divorce, it was way worse than the first one, way, way worse. And I use this business to truly, there we go, you've got it. Someone's just posted it. I'll post the link so you guys can have a listen to it after. There we go. Let me put that, right, you've got it now. Listen to it after. And I honestly thought, how am I going to get through this time? And some of the things that I did was just let me move my notes out of the way, is to really focus on leaning into the business. And I kind of put what I was going through in a bit of a box. So whatever it is that you might be facing right now, or you've either about to face it, or you have faced it and got through it, and you know, might be going through something else, whatever your situation, or you might not be going through anything at all, but you might be able to use this in the future or help somebody else, or use these tools to help yourself. And the biggest thing is to put whatever it is that you're going through in a box to one side. It's like, it's never going to go away. Whatever it is that you're going through is not going to go away. But if you put that there for a moment and spend time focusing on what you need to focus on, whether that's a call, jumping on a team call, or doing a reel, or whatever it is that you need to do. I remember it being a few weeks ago, and I just was tipped over the edge, I'm not going to lie. And I was a hot mess. I was, upset. And it's, we have to feel these things. We can't just bottle up and completely ignore it. So I allow myself to feel whatever I'm feeling in that moment, or whatever's happened, allow that to happen and feel it. But then I go, okay, I give myself half an hour to just be in this moment with this chaos, or with this thing that's happening. And then I'm going to put it to one side. I wiped my tears. I brushed my hair. I had a drink of water, and then I got on a team call, and no one would have any idea of what had just happened to me. No idea. Whether I was upset, broken down, crying, sat on the floor, rocking back and forth, it didn't matter. I carried on. And it's all about the mindset, and just practicing going, you know what, I'm going to put that there for now, and I'm going to focus on this. And sometimes you do have to fake it until you make it, until you get through whatever it is that you're going through, is just faking it until you get through it, basically. And I'm telling you now, what keeps me going is the community. And I flew over 5,000 miles last month. It took me, I can't even remember now, probably like 30 plus hours to then get to the Cornwall event, to then maybe get the last 10 minutes of it, and surprised everybody. But it was so worth it to be around everybody. And it gave me so much fuel. And it gave me, it was like literally putting fuel back in the car again. And it helps me keep going. So the biggest thing is getting around your community, and getting around the people, and getting around to events. And even if you don't feel like it, it's almost like put a fresh shirt on and pretend that you're being someone else while you're at that event, and allow, that's the big key word, allow yourself to enjoy that moment, and put that stuff to one side for now, and allow yourself to enjoy that moment for a moment. Forget about all of the trials and tribulations that you're going through, and allow yourself to enjoy that event. Allow yourself to be present on that call. Allow yourself to take notes. Allow yourself to take a selfie having your shake. And you're not going to feel like it all day, every day, but that's okay. If you show up just that little bit every single day, that's all you can ask from yourself, especially if you're going through something. So wrap yourself around the community, wrap yourself around your upline, lean into them. There's times where I've cried on the phone to John going, I can't fucking do this anymore. And it's like, you need to remember who the fuck you are. Remember those walls, you break them down and you smash them. And having someone to remind you of who you are is sometimes what we need. My family are my biggest, like I said, my biggest backbone. And then my community, my team, and my upline are my biggest backbones too. And also have my sister support group, my close girlfriends who, I lean into them. So having that community around you is everything. And if the more that you lean into it, the better that you feel. My family and my friends allow me to, and my community allow me to feel all I need to feel, but then they remind me of who I need to be and how I need to show up for everybody else, because that's what's most important. It's not, when you're going through things, if you can focus on putting your energy into other people, it deflects away from what we are experiencing, so that we don't stay in that mindset, we don't stay in that place, because it's not going to serve us, and it's not going to serve the people around you. So there's no point. Have a really, really strong vision. That's what's kept me going through these last 8 months. This has been the worst year of my life, I'm not going to lie. And you wouldn't have a clue. Looking at my social media, you would not have a clue. I'm sharing this with you today because it is part of my story, it is my chapter I'm going through. And I'm hoping that I can be an inspiration for you all, that, when things do get tough, it might be something really major, like a death of somebody, or, whatever it is, or that you just really finding it difficult in your business right now. I put up a post the other day that trauma is trauma. it doesn't matter the scale, the subject, the size of it. Trauma is trauma, whether it's big or small. So if you have been through something traumatic or are going through something traumatic, you know, I just want you to know that you're allowed to have things happen to you, but have something that you can lean into and lift you back up again, because this business has saved me multiple times before in the past. And it's like I said, it's really important to have a vision. My vision through these 8 months have been leading up to the last few days of where things have massively shifted in my world and are about to shift even more. And my ultimate vision is for me and my daughter to move back to the UK. And I've had that in my vision for the last 8 months, wondering when it's going to finally be able to turn around into that direction, when it's finally going to be easier to move into that direction. You know, like I've been stuck in one place, hoping and praying and manifesting and wishing, reading the signs, having spiritual readings too, like helping me navigate through all of this, just anything as a coping mechanism, right? So having a really strong vision is super important. On my phone, I can't read it out because it's too personal, but I have a list of things on my phone that every time I look at my phone, I spend a couple of minutes reading the things that I'm reaffirming to myself every day. Like a couple of them at the end are like, you know, have a beautiful house, continue to grow the movement, and be at a certain club level. And then everything above that is the affirmations I've been telling myself for the last 8 months. So your mindset is so important, even when you're going through things, is having those affirmations that you tell yourself every single day. I wrote that note, like Kira said, being in negative headspace, it's sink or swim. It's sink or swim, guys. You can either sink or you can swim. And it's so relatable to that. Even when you're going through stuff, it's not pointing the finger at everybody else going, oh, this happened to me and da 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 and blah blah blah. No, it happened for you. It happened for you. And the biggest, again, another thing that's got me through the difficult times is Simon Bowler, when he says, you know, you can never join the dots going forward, but you can always join the dots going backwards. And it's so true. And that's kept me going so many times. But you can't go around pointing the finger, pointing the blame at everybody else. You have to look in the mirror and going, right, this is happening for me right now. I have no idea how or why this is happening for me, but I know it's happening for me. In the start of January, when my world completely turned upside down, I go, I moved back here for a reason. And now I know what the reason is for. And it will keep revealing itself as time goes on, more and more and more. But you have to hold on to the fact that everything happens to you is for you. And you will look back in a year's time and go, yeah, that happened for me. Yeah, I didn't understand it at the time. And that, if you can just remember that it's happening for me, and I know in 12 months' time, my life is going to be completely different. That's what you've got to hold on to. The other thing is as well, so having a really strong vision, your vision board, and having, I call them the WLS, so watch, listen, and surround. So what are you watching on a daily basis? What are you listening to on a daily basis? And who are you surrounding yourself with? So I'm watching motivational YouTube videos when I'm getting ready. I'm listening to things like the song that I've played for you failingly today. And if you're going through hell, keep on going. And that fuels my fire. I don't listen to like soppy music or anything like that. I put on my armor and I get my fight song out, and I have a little empowering dance party to it. Not like Kira says, a poor me pity party is not going to serve you at all. Yeah, have that pity moment, but do not stay there every single day, all day long. It's not going to get you anywhere in life other than keep you from moving forward in the direction that you want to go. Surround yourself with the right people. My backbones, my family, my Juice Plus community. It's leaning into that. It's pouring yourself into the business instead of focusing on the things that are going wrong in your life, because like I said, it's not going to serve you anyway. And the biggest thing as well is I'm a big believer in, like I said right at the beginning, the power of manifestation, power of vision boards and things like that. Everything I have set my mind to in my life, I have been able to attract and achieve because of my mindset, and because of I constantly revisit that thing. Like I said, the biggest goal that I now wish for me and my family is for me to return back to the UK, where it's far better. That's all I'll say. And I've had that. I see it, I feel it, I listen to it, I'll watch the same programs over and over that are British based to reaffirm in my mind exactly where it is that I'm going, and I don't defer from that. I'm looking at homes on Rightmove instead of looking at homes on Zillow over here. I'm focusing on training my mind and attracting in all the things that I want for my life. And if you can focus on creating a vision for yourself that you are constantly either meditating over, or you're studying, or you're listening to, or whatever that it is, keep that vision in front of you 24/7 to keep, so those things in your life that just keep hitting you and coming at you is just going to bounce off you, because you know what, I've got my armor of vision on and I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm doing. But guys, lean into this business. Don't just put it to one side or put it down just because you're going through something. Trust me, use it to your advantage, use it to your will, and use it to empower you and inspire you and motivate you and show everybody and the rest of the world, or whoever the fucktards who are fucking with your life, that you can do this and nothing is going to stop you. And I just want to say, just a massive thank you to the people who are so supportive, who do know what's going on, who are my backbone, and can't thank you enough. And I can't thank this business enough, even the product, and keeping me healthy and keeping my mind healthy, keeps my mind healthy, not only my body but my mind. It gives me energy, it helps me sleep better. I showing up for the cause because I show up for somebody else instead of myself. And guys, just lean into it. And even if you do a little bit a day, that's all you can ask yourself. And get to the events, feel the love, stay around the fire, and I promise you, you will not regret it, and it'll constantly always be there for you. So thanks for having me today. I hope that was helpful and gave you a bit of inspiration, a kick up the butt, and just keep leaning into it, baby.
Amazing, Katie. Thank you so much. Emotional, real talk. And yeah, we can't wait to get you back over to the UK. You're going to be at convention as well, all being well. So guys, please give it up in the chat for Katie. What was your number one takeaway point? For me, having worked with Katie for over a decade now, I always say to her, like, we're part of Team Rhino for a reason. And Katie's got that thick skin, that Rhino mentality of, you know what, there might be another brick wall that's coming towards me, but I'm going to charge through it. And the more times I charge, the more things I get through. So really, really powerful, super inspirational. Guys, we have got a surprise guest coming up, but we have got one more speaker to go. So I want to hand over to the incredible Emma Snedden, another absolute warrior in this business, someone that always shows up no matter what and is willing to do whatever it takes. So I know you've got some words of wisdom, and you're going to close this call for us in real Snedden style. So over to you, Em. Thank you so much.
I was going to say good evening. I'm so used to doing the calls in the evening. It's morning with Katie, it's afternoon with us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you might be watching this, maybe watching the recording, so it could be any time of the day, you'd be anywhere in the world. I just messaged John before and I said, I don't even need to close this call. Like, I don't even need to, because it's just been epic content after epic content after epic content. And it's just literally, I feel like, when it's hard to explain, but you feel like I'm not needed here. And that's not like it's not a bad thing. And John reminded me, he said, that's what Alex used to say. That's when you know that your business is great, well, because you're actually not even really needed on the call anymore, because the people that are coming through to do this content are just, or have showed up today to do this content, it's just been so incredibly I've written so much down. And for those of you who don't know me, I've been in the business for 10 and a half, heading for 11 years now. And you're always learning. Like up to this point today, everything has been learning mode activated. I've just been like, I need to learn what's going on here. I need to learn what everybody's doing. I need to remind myself of what's required here from a daily activities point of view, from a mindset point of view, from what's required of me, from the team, from the business, everything. So I'm desperate for a brew, but I haven't wanted to like leave the call for a nanosecond to go and do that because I don't want to miss anything, which is a really, really good sign, I think, of a great call or a great event or anything, is when you don't want to leave your seat in case you miss something. I'm sure all of you who have stayed here through this 3 hours have felt the same. And the other thing I've felt a lot is like really sad for the people who've missed it. It's a bit like when you go to an event and you think, oh my God, all these people that didn't come to this or didn't show up for this, or the people who had to go for whatever reason. And I know John's recorded it, but for those of you who've been around, John records lots of things. We don't actually ever know, we don't always get the record. It's really hard to actually upload content, to be fair. I'm not blaming John for that, but sometimes things don't record. I recorded a call the other day. When I went to upload it, it just said chat recorded. So all it had actually recorded was the chat and no content of the actual call itself. So it is always better to get on live, to go to the event live, and to make sure that you're there. So massive hats off to all of you who have been here for all or most of these 3 hours. I now also know that I'm between you and a surprise guest, whoever that might be. I don't know who that is either, so that's quite exciting. So I wanted to wrap up today a little bit, talking to you guys about two things. One is binning your excuses, and the other one is being prepared. And I was trying, usually with these events, when I close them, I try not to decide, and it's the same with the bigger events, like the live ones, I try not to decide overly what I'm going to say until a couple of minutes before, or a couple of so that I can listen to the content of the speakers. I can feel the energy in the room, so to speak, or the energy of the call, that I can see what the chat is going on. I can feel what people might need or might be experiencing. And because I think sometimes if you overly prepare, like what you prepare isn't actually what people needed to hear necessarily. So I've only really kind of pulled together what I want to say in the last 20 minutes or so, thinking about what have I got out of this last few hours and the last few days, and what is in my head about what's ahead for you, for me, for the company. And the reason why some of us aren't getting what we think we need, deserve, want, whether that's out of our business, out of our life, out of our relationships, out of anything. And Katie touched on quite a lot of this, and it actually dovetails quite well into a lot of what she was saying. When I joined this business back in the very start of 2013, on my day one, I remember sort of every day for the first few weeks thinking, what am I doing? I'm a 36-year-old busy working mom. I've got 2 young children, a stepdaughter who's in the early teens, a full-time corporate job. Haven't got a nanosecond to myself as it is. Not sure I can do this. Not sure I want to do this. Not even sure what this is. Like, what is going on here? And then I had all the voices and the opinions and the people saying, like, what are you doing that for? And you're not doing I don't even think I knew what network marketing was, but people were like, oh, you've got a good job. My mum was quite embarrassed. My husband thought I'd lost my mind. All of these things that were going on. And so it would have been very easy at that point to just go, oh, do you know what, I probably won't bother. And one of the things that's come quite a bit in the chat, and I know it's a lot in people's lives in the business right now, is, oh, people sign up and they don't do anything and they go away and they never get started. That's life. If you focus on that, guess what you're going to get? A shitload more of it. If you sign people up and they don't do anything, as long as you have given them everything that they needed, you've told them that there's calls, you've reached out, you've done the one-to-one, they're aware that it's up to them. It is not our job to drag people kicking and screaming to do this business or to do life. We put it in front of people, we show people the opportunity. So as long as you can look yourself in the mirror and say, actually, I gave that person the best chance to get started. I gave them all of the information, I offered my time, I've been here for them, I've answered any questions that they might have, then that's okay. You can only reach out so much, and you can only do so much for somebody. They've got to start moving themselves. So I just wanted to for me, John was just there as my upline. He was also my gym trainer, so I couldn't get away from him because I saw him every day, but he was there to support me. But I wasn't, I didn't really need support. I just saw something and thought, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it 100%, or I'm not doing it at all. I'm all in or I'm all out. And that's just the kind of person I am. But I'm also very aware, as I've gone through the last 10 and a half, 11 years, not everybody's like that. Some people are like that, some people aren't. Some people do a little bit, some people do nothing. Some people show up and then disappear. Some people stay, some people go, some people only want the community. Some people want to build a business. Some people want to be a millionaire, and everything in between. The world is huge. Every single person that you meet in the world is different. They have different skill sets, different qualities, different shit going on in their own lives, different aspirations and hopes and dreams and desires. And yet we put them all in a box and go, why did you not get on the call? Why did you not show up? Why are you not doing anything? Their life is their life. So you can only control your own situation. What are you doing? Are you showing up? What do you want? Are you doing what you need to do to get what you deserve? Are you really getting prepared to have the success that you really want? So on your day one, you need to welcome yourself to day one every day and be aware that new people are joining your team, new people are joining the business all of the time, and it's their day one. And their day one might be different to your day one. I'm now on my day 3,380, which is quite exciting, right? 3,830, sorry. I knew there was lots of 3/8s and 3/8s in there. So it actually doesn't sound like that much to me. I said, that doesn't actually sound like that much, because I do feel like I'm only getting started. But at the beginning, it's a tough time. So I want you to be a bit more patient with people, a bit more patient with yourself, a bit more patient and a bit more tolerant of what people have got going on, what you've got going on. But at the same time, understanding that regardless of the reason why you haven't got started, or regardless of the reason, well, let's forget about why other people don't get started or don't get moving or don't whatever. Let's forget about them for a minute, and we're going to talk about what we are doing. Regardless of the reason why you couldn't do X, Y, or Z, it really doesn't matter what the reason is. And I'm saying this with love, but it's factually correct. It really doesn't matter what the reason is, because the outcome is the same. You can't do the thing, you can't make the call, you didn't finish your DMO, you didn't show up to the XYZ, whatever. I understand there are things that happen, right? But the outcome is the same. It didn't happen, you didn't do it, for whatever the genuine reason might be. So we have to get to the point where we don't have an excuse mentality. We have a rule in our house, it's literally written up in our kitchen, it says no whining. Right? And it's as much for me and Mike as it is for the kids. No whining. Is there anything worse? You know, when your kids are whining. Oh God, right? Well, we whine too, don't we? So this is happening and that's happening and I get it. We all have shit going on at times. Sometimes big stuff, sometimes little stuff. Sometimes your little stuff might be somebody else's big stuff. Everything's different for everybody, but we have to develop. If we want this, I'm only talking to you if you really want this, and I'm guessing if you're on here on a Saturday afternoon, you do. We have to develop a no excuses mentality. I heard a saying once, excuses are like belly buttons. We've all got them, but they don't really serve any purpose. Really true, right? They really do. It's okay to have stuff. It's okay to understand that other people have stuff. I think you need to have that to be empathetic to your team, to be empathetic to your friends, to understand that people have stuff. Over 11 years, I've had a lot of stuff. Some fantastic, some challenging, some devastating, some amazing, all stuff in between. But every single day I've got up and thought, right, this is day one. This is day one of whatever. It's also day 100 and day 200 and day 3,000. But that day that you're in right now, that's the day that matters. That only day that matters is this one. Tomorrow is another day, yesterday's gone, so you might as well forget about it. The day that you're in is the day that you go, right, today I'm not making any excuses, today I'm going to do the thing. So I'm going to give you 9 very quick be prepared. Okay, so 9 very quick be prepared. So you can write them down, you can try and remember them, it's entirely up to you. Number 1, be prepared to fight hard. Be prepared to fight hard. To get what you want, to get what you deserve, you have to fight for it. It doesn't always have to be a fight. It doesn't, and fighting isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? It's not, fighting's not like a fist fight. Fighting's just, I'm going to fight for this, I'm going to work, and I'm going to fight every day to get what I want for this. Number 2, be prepared to get what you deserve. And I've underlined the word deserve. In our lives, I truly believe we don't get what we need, unfortunately, sometimes. We get what we deserve. So that's why working on your mindset, understanding that you deserve good things, great things, fantastic things, affluent things, prosperous things, optimistic things, passionate things, knowing that you deserve all of those good things is so important. So I'm not going to go a lot into the mindset stuff because other people have covered that. But that's why you've got to work on what's going on up here. So you understand what you deserve, because you will get what you deserve and you'll get what you believe you deserve. So I want you to be really clear. If you are part of this company, we started with the Nestro's home. I love that analogy. It's so powerful. I've got a picture of it and I just thought it's so powerful to understand that you're part of this amazing community. So you do deserve good. So you've got to understand that you'll get what you deserve. Number 3, be prepared to work. So fighting is different. Fighting is a lot about all the stuff that Katie talked about there. You know, when you feel like you're drowning, when you feel like things are tough, when you think that's fighting. You know, you see this, people look like they're just scrolling along at the top. What you don't see is all this underneath, right? Some of the days I have had to fight and fight and fight with myself, with my mindset, with my responsibilities so hard. And again, like Katie said, you will probably never have known most of the time. John probably knows, poor John. Listen to it, gets it all. But most of the time you don't see that with other people, do we? We just see the stuff at the top. So, but you do see the work. You know when someone's working, you know when you're working, and you know when you're not. So you need to be prepared to work. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to have your day one and think, I don't know what's going on here. Lean into the people, ask questions, but you've got to move. You move, then your upline moves. You move, we move. So it starts with you move, right? What do you want from this? If you haven't had a one-to-one with your upline yet, or recently, get one in place. Here's what I want. Here's what I'm going to do to get it. Here's what I'd like you to do to help me. Not here's what I need you to do for me. Here's what I want. Here's what I'm going to do to get it. Here's what I'd like you to do to help me. It's a partnership. It's a friendship. It's a relationship. Okay, so working hard together. Number 4, be prepared to develop some skills. Now, I say it every single Monday. John and I have done that Monday night call, 8 o'clock every Monday for 5.5 years now, and we have never missed a Monday. We even did Christmas Day and there was only me and him on there, right? Every single Monday for 5.5 years. You'll hear people talk about consistencies. Have we always wanted to do it? No. Have we sometimes been distracted? Yes, but we've done it every single one. So developing the skills and the consistency is really important, but the skill I want you to work on is the whatever it takes skill, because that covers everything. The skill of doing whatever it takes. You can have, do, be, and get everything you've ever wanted when you partnership with the Juice Plus company. Have, do, be, and get everything you've ever wanted, but you have to do whatever it takes to get it. That's just the way that it is. It's not like, you know, they say life is not a box of chocolates. It's not, but if you do whatever it takes to get it, you'll get it, right? Like deal or no deal, but you know what number the box is, right? With the money in. That's what you've got here with this business, but you've got to learn that skill of doing exactly what it takes to get it. Number 5, be prepared to be misunderstood. Anybody ever felt misunderstood? Anybody felt misunderstood in their business? Totally. No one gets it, no one understands it, no one knows why I'm doing it. Partners, parents, kids. It's okay to be misunderstood, right? We're not a football team. We don't need supporters. It's nice to have them, not crucial. You've got us, this community. We will support you. We will help you. The other people will come along when they're ready, right? They'll get it when they see that you're consistent. They'll get it when they see that it's important to you. The right people will get it. The wrong people don't matter. Heard a great quote the other day. It's a reel, I think. I can't remember his name. But he basically said, if you want to criticize me, drop me a text message, let me know what I'm doing wrong. If you haven't got my number, I don't care about your opinion. Thought that was so powerful. If you haven't got my number to message me and tell me what you think I'm doing wrong, I don't really care about your opinion anyway. It's so powerful to understand that you are the only person really that might ever understand what this means. Even if you're only in it for the community at the moment, even if you're not trying or getting to the top of the marketing plan just yet, as long as you understand you, everybody else will come when they're ready. I promise you. And anybody who's been in this business for 4 years, 5 years, 10 years, 11 years will tell you exactly the same. People come along when they're ready. So be prepared to be misunderstood and just be okay with it. Just be okay with it. You have great plans for yourself, lofty aspirations, dreams and hopes. Other people are not going to get them. They're not going to understand it. And it's okay, right? It's okay. It doesn't mean that you have to hide them away, and it doesn't mean you have to be ashamed of them. So number 6, this is a bit of a fun one, but it's some holidays. Be prepared to have a messy house. Be prepared for the pile of ironing. Be prepared for the pile of washing that never flipping ends. Be prepared to have a mum bun. Be prepared to look like shit most of the time. Be prepared to have feral children when you're going for a promotion. Be prepared to never know what's for tea. Be prepared to not have the right food in that anybody ever wants ever. So even though you've just done a Friday Big Shop, you've never got the thing in that anybody wanted. Be prepared for a bit of chaos. A bit of chaos. It's okay. And I say it tongue in cheek, but that has definitely been my life for the last 11 years, right? It's just, is my house a show home? No, it's a family home. It's a home I run a business from. It's a home my husband runs a business from. It's a home we live in. Would I love it to look like a show home? Hell yes. But it used to drive me insane. Pick that up, put that down. It only drove me insane, nobody else. When I drive myself insane, I'm distracted from my business, I'm distracted from my customers, I'm distracted from my team. So now, do you know what? I couldn't give a shit. If the bathroom's messy, I'll do it when I've got time. My kitchen currently, I had to move because everyone's made breakfast and everybody's buggered off for the day and everything's been left in it. It doesn't matter. I've got a business to build. That will all get done. So chill out about the mess, right? Just be prepared. If you're running a business from home, it's going to be a shithole sometimes. Sorry, it's just the way that it is. And do it when it matters. Number 7, be prepared to bin your excuses. I've covered this a little bit already. I'm not going to go over too much more, but you need to get out of your head. And Jeffrey Bertie says it all the time. Get out of your head and into your heart. And I never really knew all the time what that meant. But getting out of your head is all of the stuff that we've already talked about. Lots of people have already touched on, which is overthinking everything. Just go with how you feel. Just go with your feeling. I feel like, I remember when I very first started this business and nobody understood what I was doing. I was like, do you know what? I don't really know anything about it. I only knew John in the whole world that was doing Juice Plus or had ever even heard of it. Like, I don't know, but I just feel like it might be something. I just feel like it could be. And I was okay with that. I was a 36-year-old mum. I was like, I remember saying, I'm a 36-year-old woman. I'm not an idiot. Like, I know when something's good and something's not. So I'm just going to run with it. So be prepared to just bin your excuses and to trust yourself. That was the next one, actually. Number 8, be prepared to back yourself. If you aren't backing yourself, who the hell else is going to back you? If you're not backing yourself in everything, in your life, in your fitness, in your health, in your business, in your financial situation, in where you're going, in where you want to go, in what you achieve, and if you're not backing yourself, being your own biggest fan, being your own biggest supporter, telling yourself how absolutely amazing you are, if you're not backing yourself, who else is going to do it? It's not, do you know what? We grow up through life being told, don't show off, don't be a big head. I totally disagree. I'm like, show off. If you're good at something, go do it. Go share it with the world. Shout about it. It's okay to be good at something. We don't have to hide it away. If you want something, you have lofty goals, back yourself. If you want to build a team, create an organization like Kira's doing, have a business that means you can live anywhere in the world like John does, go and follow your dreams. If you want to create that and you want to build a team of people creating that, you have to show up talking about that, because I want to work with people like that. If I'm at home on my phone looking for a business or not looking for a business or feeling like shit, and I see you and your lofty aspirations and your goals and your confidence in what you want to get and you're doing it, I'm like, I want to work with her. I want to hang out with her. What she do, I don't even care what it is. I want to do it with you. So you've got to back yourself so that other people will come with you. It's how it works. Show up like you're backing yourself. If you don't feel it, make yourself feel it. Show up like that, and guess what? You'll start to feel it. Get yourself on a health journey. Start looking good, feeling good. It doesn't have to be going to the gym. It could be going for a walk, eating better, drinking more water will make your skin look good. Get on the products. Back yourself so that the business can come with you, so that people can follow you. And the final one, number 9, just be prepared for all of it. All of the fun, all of the hard times, all of the good times, all of the community, all of the friendship, all of the passion, all of the vision, all of the people, all of the chance, all of the travel, all of the opportunity, all of it. Just be prepared for all of it, because I promise you, if you can just get yourself prepared, you don't even know what's coming. I've seen a tiny little chink of what's possible myself in this business. When you get that tiny little chink, really focus on it. You've got to be prepared for what's coming, because I'm telling you now, what's coming for the Juice Plus company and for you guys is phenomenally, massively beyond anything you even think about right now. We have huge plans. The company have huge plans. All that's left in the middle, your own huge plans for yourself. Put the two together, you'll be completely unstoppable. That is it for me. Thank you so much for showing up. I'll see you all very soon.
Amazing, Emma. Thank you so much, guys. Please give it up for Emma in the chat. And I want to know, what is your number one? Be prepared, right? What is the one that resonated with you the most? Are you looking around your house at the minute and it's an absolute bomb site? Or your hair's a bit dodgy today? Hey, I'm not saying anything. So what is your number one? Embrace the chaos. Yeah, I love that. I think it's so true. I remember Alex telling me a story about somebody going for NMD, and he said to them, you're not pale enough yet. You're not going to do it this month because you're not pale enough yet, right? You know, when you're going for that promotion and you're on the phone all the time, you don't sleep and you become very pale. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Guys, it's been incredible. I want you to do one favor for me before I bring on our special guest. I want you to comment in the chat, because we've used this this chat where people have shared their product journey, what the product has done for them. But I want you to write in the chat, my biggest check was, and whatever that is. And then we can get pictures of all people saying, my biggest check was 300 a month, 80 pound a month, 500 a month, 5,000 a month, whatever your biggest check was. Comment in the chat with it, because people can don't just put the number though. You need to write my biggest check was. All right. Because if you just put the number, people won't understand what the numbers mean. So my biggest check was, and that is it, guys. Somebody take a video of this if you can, or get the pictures and we will share it into the group, just like I've done with the product one. And this just shows you guys, if you're here for the first time, what is possible with this business. Some people want to join and do a little bit, some of the time, none of the time, and that's okay. Some people want to join and make an extra 500 a month. Some people want to join and completely change their life, quit the job they hate, travel the world, put their kids in private school, buy the holiday home. It is entirely up to you. This is your business and it is your choice. So let me now bring on a very good friend of mine. If you were with us, and we're doing this again in November, but if you were with us in November in Tenerife, there was a really cool guy, a good friend of mine who I met on the island actually, and he's not part of our business, but he's a really inspirational guy. He's got a great story. He's an incredible artist, and I just asked him the other night when I bumped into him. Well, I haven't actually spoken to him actually. I've seen him playing twice. We just exchanged text messages, and I was like, mate, what are you doing on Saturday? Do you fancy playing us out to end our laptop lifestyle convention? And he was like, yeah, no worries. I've got a gig until the early hours, but I can be there. So guys, give it up for my good friend, Mr. Kieran McCloy. How are you, brother?
John, how are things?
Very good, mate. Very good.
How are we doing? I've got glasses and a cap on because I'm this is like midnight for me.
Okay, take it away, guys. Give it. By the way, we're going to wrap it up at the end. So where can the guys get hold of you, by the way, just in case they want to get your music or they want to get you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Kieran McCloy, Kieran with a C, or Instagram, I am CJMCC. So I am CJ Maxi.
Brilliant, mate. Take it away. Thank you so much for doing this for us. Thanks for getting on, guys. What an amazing call. Cheers.
Oh, hey, oh, hey, I'm trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life. I've been sleeping here instead. I've been sleeping in my bed, sleeping in my bed. Oh, show me family, all the thought that I would bleed. I don't know where I belong. I don't know where I went wrong. I can write a song. Do, 3, 4. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet heart. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey. I don't think you're right for him. Think of what it might have been. Think of what we've done to town. I'll be standing on canal. You be standing next to me. 2, 3, 4. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet heart. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet heart. I will need it now. There's some cause all we'll need it now. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet heart. I belong with you. You belong with me. You're my sweet. Oh. Hey. Oh. Hey.
A little bit of the Lumineers.
Kieran, the sound
think
is the best, mate. I'm just gonna if I make you host, you can share your computer audio.
Okay.
It just kept cutting out a little bit. Try one more for us, and if it keeps buffering, we'll have to figure it out and get you to do it again next time.
Okay, try this one. This is one you can all sing the chorus to.
It's amazing how you right to my heart. Without saying, light up the dark. Try as I may, I could never explain what I hear when you don't say a thing. Smile on your face lets me know that you need me. Truth in your eyes say you'll never leave me. Touch out your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. Say it then when you say nothing at all. All day long I can hear people talking out loud. Blowing you home down at the ground. Mr. Webster could never find what's been said between your heart and mine. Smile on your face lets me know that you need me. Truth in your eyes saying you'll never leave me. Touch out your hand says you'll catch me wherever I fall. Say it best when you say nothing at all. Say it best when you say nothing at all.
Amazing, mate. Thank you so much for doing that. There you go, guys. It is a wrap. Give it up for Kieran in the chat. Thank you for everybody getting on, all our amazing speakers. And if you want us to do this again in a few weeks' time, maybe 6 to 8 weeks' time, we will do it again, guys. So have an amazing weekend. See you on Monday night's call, 8 p.m. Let's load it up. Let's share the product. Let's share the opportunity. And let's take this to the next level. Have an amazing weekend. See you all soon. Cheers, Kieran, mate. Thank you.